Esports World Cup over 7 weeks.
Hello
Esports
guys,
send their players
we are
to
back
compete.
with another live
Every
stream.
placement, every win, every podium
Let's
earns
go.
points
It's
for their club.
starting
At the
in
end of 7 weeks,
a minute.
every point counts. The
Yep.
club at the top
It's
walks
starting
away
in a
with
minute.
$7 million and the title of best esports club in the world. It's not about being the best at one game. It's about being the best across all of them. Depth, versatility, consistency under pressure. One championship trophy, one title. Who will take it? Watch history unfold in Paris at the Esports World Cup 2026.
My personal journey from last EWC to this is quite different. Came from FaZe Clan to Falcons, and in between managed not to qualify for the major and win the major. I didn't qualify with Falcons. Super happy I'm through some of the rough patches. Looking forward to see where this EWC will take us. The difference maker to finally break through the Falcons curse, or whatever you want to say, is probably that they tried a lot of things. I came in with in a new way. I think it is all connected to a higher altitude as a team.
Finn has played obviously a huge role in us lifting a trophy. He brought us to the next level.
In the end, the players played fantastic. Everything just came together. The most important thing for us is consistency. So far in this team, when we played on LAN, we've been in 3 finals. I know we can even play better.
I was really proud of everyone, how we managed to overcome the issues that we have had of these second places as well, and to do it at the major was very impressive. And you know, some even say it's the hardest run that teams have ever had at the major. Super happy that the Cologne was the one.
A lot of big teams have a lot of things to prove, which I think makes it very interesting. We have a mentality that wants to defend their era. We have us wanting to prove that the major was not a fluke win. One of the biggest events this season, if not the biggest, together with the major. I'm here to grab as many trophies as we can, and we can make some history.
Close to winning a title here at EWC, and hopefully this year it will be different.
We are here at the Sony manga booth for the One Piece experience, and as you can see, it is absolutely massive. One Piece fans, you need to come check this out because you do not want to miss this. Now, there is a special secret that we can activate here. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I could figure out how to do just that. Kaki Atsume, Sagashimono, Sagashi One Piece. You can feel all of the emotion coming from each of these individual panels. Oh wait, we got a color. Quick, quick, we have 2 minutes. Well, don't just stand there holding a light. Help me. Time's up. Did I do it? I did it! Yeah! And of course, you have to make your final stop at the One Piece photo booth so you can figure out what your bounty is. Oh, that's adorable! Okay, just under 3 mil. You know what? We take that. Look how freaking cute. Oh my god! So please come out and experience One Piece as it has not been experienced.
I'm walking now. Be ready to play, boys.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
want to speed on that show.
I'm hiding. One default?
They saw 2 CT. Dead.
Nice,
Default. Peek. Everyone, peek me. Go.
Nice.
Hey, M4 here, M4. Take M4. I'm dark. They miss Wally. I'm flashing again.
It's me.
Nice. One man dark. Nice.
I'm blind.
I bait you.
Coming.
Yeah, but just spam after. I bait you.
I'm flashing in above you.
Flash. Planting now.
Boom.
Second and planter. Last planter. Bottom.
Nice!
Oi,
I
Matush,
knew
we
it's gonna
did the
happen.
best. It's fine, we did the best. All cool, but just this shit.
no.
It's fine, we did the best. All cool, but just this
Yeah,
shit.
no.
Insta, it's fine.
Ninja. Nice, guys. Fucking round, boys.
Nice jump, bro! I don't see him. I jumped.
Big box.
Nice, man. He's dead. Lord.
Okay, yes, good.
Nice, boys. Sick.
Sick, boys. Sick.
Otursana.
Take it, one of you. Take it. I will do it.
Banana.
Nice, man!
Nice, guys. Holy shit. Stay alive.
Nice.
Holy shit, bro.
What?
They have double.
Wait, okay.
I'm flanking. He saw you. Windows, two windows. One bar window.
Defuse, bro.
I'll defuse soon.
Nice.
Nice, you have it.
Nice, guys, nice!
Nice, top bench.
Outcon.
Breaking con.
Bench. Bench. Planting triple.
Triple. Then it's pushing right. Hold left.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Bro, is there really anything else I need to prove? Cologne Major won, MVP, of course. All the big tournaments. So easy. Invited to Ronaldo's wedding, check. At this point, I'm literally him. And now it's EWC. Someone needs to win it, right? Donk lost to Gigi Howe. Simple didn't even make it. Bots. So if it's not me, who else?
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
Je suis prêt, c'est parti, voir où m'emmène la vie. Comme sur mon green, tu m'entends quand je respire. Top le veston, jamais film, trop de pas, big plan, j'ai fait changer toute la piste. Regarde ma pêche, je suis pas j'attire. Je coupe la line, laisse la qui laisse frémir. Nouvelle état, new name, toujours fluide dans le move. Main en l'air quand je rentre dans le groove. Garde ce regard, je suis déjà posé. Glace dans mes yeux figés. Vite encore, puis je prends tout ce qui est dans moi.
What do you think, guys? Who will win? Just spam in the chat whatever you guys just think.
Today, 5 more games will determine who advances to the next round. Team Falcons take on the Mongols, the title defenders of EWC. Legacy wants to get their revenge for Cologne against NAVI. Vitality will see if the crowd gives them wings that made you silence the giants in the very city he was born in. We will see if Paris remains gracious to the dragons of Team Spirit. Time for everything to be verified on the server. Welcome to Day 2 of the playoffs.
Let's go. Let's get started, guys. The intro is crazy. Wait a second, guys. I think that there's an delay in the stream. Let me fix it. There's a bit of a delay. Let me just fix it. No, that's okay. There's no delay. Everything's fine.
Welcome back to the Esports World Cup 2026. The
Let's go,
Counter-Strike
guys.
Clash
It's
well
live.
underway, about to start day 2. I'm Chad Birchall, not your host.
What do you
I'm
guys
joined
think?
by Yanko
Who will win?
and Dupree. Gentlemen, the Furia fans already taken to the street after last night's victory.
Yeah, they're not wasting any time, are they, Chad? And they are going to play again today against G2 in that quarterfinal. That's going to be way later, so they must be super excited for that game.
Is this the furthest you guys have been from the Eiffel Tower? I see you in different shots, closer, further away. Now we're at an elevation. What's going on?
Yeah, we've been closer, but I mean, we can't really be complaining about the view, right? We get the whole skyline of Paris, Eiffel Tower out there in the background, and obviously we do get a little of that Brazilian samba to get us kicking in for the mood for the games today.
It's not as hot as last week. Yanko, talking about yesterday's games on that A stream, we had 2 matches going down. G2 versus Astralis was our first match of the day. What did you glean there?
G2 off to a little bit of a slow start. Some issues on Ancient have been pestering them lately, but after that, they were in full control, right? We're able to bounce back. We're very dominant on the last 2 maps. Wrinkle had a good series, the new addition to the team. Hunter had a great one from the IGL position. I think they prepared really well for that game, had Astralis' number on Inferno and Dust2, and deserved their spot in the quarterfinal.
Yeah, all 3 of those maps were landslides. We're talking 13-6, 13-6, 13-7, where the second series of the day,
G2 just
Peter,
won,
we had
guys.
Furia take
If
to
you
the
don't
server against
know, they
Aurora.
just
Rematch from
dominated
the major
the
semi-final, this time with the international team in the mix.
They
What did you make of them on land?
well. Yeah, I think it actually got very competitive, and I think I got way more out of Aurora than I would have expected. And I assume that Aurora came to this tournament with a bit of a reality check. You know, where are we? What's the potential of the team right now? And I think they proved yesterday against Furia that they're here to play, right? They've only been together for a couple of weeks, so there's definitely potential in there. But overall, I mean, I saw some good stuff. You know, some good reads. I think Kixen had a lot of impact, but I also think the individuals, specifically the Turkish players in this roster, had some very good moments. But turning to Furia, a bit disappointing, right? I think Caserado is always, you know, like he's always reliable. He's always puts up a good fight, but it took a while for Moldoy to get in there, and Yekindar, of course, is, you know, looking a bit on the downside.
Are you more excited, Yanko, about this Aurora or the old Aurora?
This Aurora, and also because it opens up obviously the whole English-speaking talent pool to them moving forward. But I think also the biggest takeaway was the Turkish core had a really good series, and it's a playoffs, and there was a crowd, and that's usually where they struggled. So even though it's early days, definitely some good takeaways for that Aurora side. The way Moldoy played on that city side of Mirage, I don't know if anyone could have beaten Furia.
Yeah, they woke up and locked themselves in for a match later today. But let's focus in on today. Crunchyroll storyline of the day. I like Attack on Titan. We've got some Titans taking to the server today. Do you think any of the big names fumble? Falcons, Vitality, Spirit, all getting their round of 16 matches?
They're all big favorites, but usually one always stumbles, right? And it's hard to take a look and say who that team is going to be. I think it could
I'll
be
not
Falcons.
talk too much.
Just because
I'll
the
let you
Mongols,
guys
just
listen
because the
them.
Mongols with their you know, mechanical skill, with their aim, if you get into a shooting match with them, you can run into some problems. They usually get beaten by teams who have a higher floor, and that's something that Falcons still have to prove that they were able to raise in this offseason.
And I do hope that, just talking about the Falcons-Mongols matchup, you know, it's one of those matches where Mongols will go in with nothing to lose, right, with the new roster and everything, and also, you know, up against the reigning major champion. So there's nothing to lose, and that might fit them very well. So there's a chance, but I'm looking forward for that FaZe Vitality game. I think FaZe has been looking a lot better than what they have shown lately. I'm sure they've hit rock bottom, so there's only one way, and that's upwards. So in all, I'm excited for Cash. I think Cash is going to be in there. It's been a powerhouse for FaZe, and we get to see Vitality take that one out.
Such a huge map for Vitality moving forward. The Overpass was one of their best maps. That gets taken out. They have to be good on Cash if they want to have a good season.
All right. Well, that's going down on the A stream. Let's check in with Stunner, who's going to be giving us a little bit of a reminder of what happened yesterday on the B stream.
Hey, thank you very much, gentlemen. It looks nice outside, and it's even nicer in here. Yesterday, we got these EWC playoffs underway, 4 straight 3-map battles. But what we're looking at here is trying to discern some of the good and bad over at the B stream. I got my friend Jacob Pimbinicky to talk a little bit about some of the action we saw yesterday.
Yeah, Foot taking on Magic in that first game over on the B stream. That was a very close game, very much back and forth. You saw Magic come out swinging, winning the first map. Foot had to answer back by winning the second. And then on the third one, it was kind of Foot came alive, you know. They played the Counter-Strike that you'd expect them to play. They were the favorites heading into the game as well, but at times it felt like they were frustrated, couldn't really find their footing. But at the end of the day, they got the job done. They found a way to stabilize, dare say it, and look like the Foot that we saw in the group stage as well at the later stages in that game. So safe to say that Magic put up a good fight, but couldn't quite get the job done.
Well, yesterday is not today. I think that goes without saying, which also sets us up for another iteration of the playoff brackets here. NAVI versus Legacy to start things off, then B8 Spirit. Let's talk about that NAVI Legacy game real quick.
Yeah, Navi Legacy game on paper. Navi are the heavy favorites in that one. We haven't seen Navi play since the major, so they came in here with a fresh boot camp, you know, eyes set on the prize, and I think they're going to do well. For Legacy, a roster change, try coming in with the AWP, looks somewhat decent in the group stage. I'm having a tough time seeing them beating Navi, but I could definitely see them put up a fight. Just like we saw yesterday, all the games went 3 maps. I'd be surprised if Legacy is not able to apply a bit of pressure to Navi, but on the other hand, I'd also be super surprised if Navi is not able to get the win and get the job done.
Then we have B8 who rattled Vitality earlier on, just a show of force. What are the chances that they have today against a young Donk and Spirit?
I mean, Spirit have looked like a team that couldn't find their footing whatsoever. They looked a little bit shell-shocked, to be completely honest. The Donk has been playing well, as he always does, but the rest of the team is night and day. So I see a Bait who beat Vitality in a best of 3. I see a Bait who's speaking about coming in with confidence, having a great boot camp, playing well in practice. So, you know, 9 out of 10 times I'd say Spirit are going to win this game, but I think today is going to be one of those where it could be super, super close. I see 3 maps, and I'm going to be saying it right here, right now. I think there's a potential for Bait to make another big upset.
But why are you lying to these people, Jacob? Why are you just straight up lying to them?
I will never lie to people, Trace.
Well, we can't put it under the test right here, but we did put Nico and Apex to a lie detector test. And let's see what they had to say when we broke it down.
Have you ever regretted leaving G2? Do you think I'm overrated? Do you think you have a big ego? Hi, I'm Nico and I play for Falcons. I'm Apex and I play for Team Vitality. Esports World Cup want to ask some of the most asked questions about us. But to make sure we tell the truth, we've been connected to lie detector. So if we lie, everyone will know. Okay, let's get started. Woo!
What is your name?
My name is Dan Madesclair.
Isn't I mean, for an organization, right, getting that extra million between 3rd and 2nd place, that could be a huge difference in actually making your operational costs possible.
And that's where everything is beautiful at that tournament, especially for Counter-Strike, where you have Navi competing, where you have Falcons. Every single point is going to matter. So, like, there's no matchup, not a single game you have to take lightly. You have to be at 110% every single time, and everybody is ready. So we have Counter-Strike here, we have every other game. They all want those points, they all want that ranking. I think Jacob said it properly. Like, there's not about even 1st, 2nd, 3rd, doesn't really matter. Just get in there, get into that top 3, get into the top 2, get as many points as possible. And, you know, count on your players. They have to get the job done.
And for more organizations, as you were saying, Jacob, as you go down the rungs, those places matter too. We saw Furia, they're down in 20th. A win here in Counter-Strike, 1,000 points. I would slingshot them up into the top 10. Slingshot them up into the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be a huge change in the club's fortune. And I'm sure, you know, Counter-Strike for them is so important. That's going to be a major boost for the organization.
It would be massive for them if they were able to pull off a big surprise and make that happen in that regard. Same could be said for a team like G2, who's also part of that list, you know. Not doing too well here at the Esports World Cup as a club so far, but as you said, you know, going into the grand final, maybe even winning the tournament, pulling off a big upset, that would slingshot them up in some higher price layers, so to speak.
Certainly would. We've got our prize pool for Counter-Strike. It's $2 million on the line.
Guys,
600K
that's a massive
this
prize
is
pool.
The largest prize pool that we have in Counter-Strike. That's a lot. What would you do with $2 million, Nathan?
Ooh, get back into Counter-Strike fully. Somehow make it some way. No, it is. There's a reason why this tournament is now regarded as one of the best for Counter-Strike, and with all the team, it's so important for everybody. There is the club championship points. There is the legacy of Counter-Strike itself, because every single good team is here. There was the last chance qualifier into the groups. I don't know, so many teams were here. I think it's one of the biggest tournaments we've had probably of all time. Like with the last chance qualifier, I don't really see any tournament that was bigger than that with so many teams that were actually competing in there.
It's also building the prestige of what is the Esports World Cup, right? Because I agree with you. Now we had it for a couple of years, Mike, and it keeps on building in repetition for that matter as well. And you know, you look at the tournaments coming up for Counter-Strike. We have tournaments every single weekend, some bigger than others. I think this one could be labeled as the biggest tournament before we head into the second major of the year, which is going to be the one in Singapore hosted by PGL. So I think this is important, especially for a team like Vitality. You see them still part of the mix right here. They have to get the job done today, but playing on home turf, Mike, and potentially playing the last tournament with the full roster where they are favorites to win. Pressure is on Vitality right now.
What do you guys think?
Certainly is as well, and I mean, I think
will Legacy win or
this is the playoffs.
Natus will win?
Teams in the playoffs. We
I don't
at
think
32. There were even more
NAVI
teams that
could
last chance
win.
qualifier whittled down to just 4 spots to join that 32.
My opinion,
it's a pretty wild array of the best
Legacy
in
will
the
win.
Counter-Strike world. And now we just continue to knock names off of this list. So you can see the upper bracket, G2, Furia, Foot, and Mouse survive. But today, there are going to be some big names toppled. I mean, one of FaZe Clan or Vitality, one of Bait or Spirit. Maybe one of those is a bigger name, but the other one's having a real rough time. So there could be some crazy things coming in. This is our schedule today. We got Navi, Legacy to start things off, and then that Bait Spirit game. I'm so curious to see what Spirit we get at the end of the day.
That's the thing, right? We don't know what Spirit are going to turn up. Sometimes we have them as one of the predetermined favorites to win trophies. Other times, as we've seen so far this tournament, it's been a little bit lackluster. But for now, I think we should focus a bit on what happened yesterday, Mike, and recap what was a beautiful day of Counter-Strike.
We do have our STC Rewind hitting the board here. Foot managing to get it out. What a great first map from Magic, though. Let's give them credit. They have been one of the delightful surprises here of the Esports World Cup.
You had everything. You had tactics, you had aggression, you had passiveness, you had individual action, clutches that were really spinning the game. But at the end of the day, the favorite just won. Like, that's pretty much how it goes. It was a very tight best of 3. Again, there was everything, but they were just a class better. Foot was just a little bit better than the others.
Yeah, end of the day, Foot got it done in a rather convincing fashion on Mirage as well. So we can give credit for Magic for making the playoff, for making a fight out of that game, for bringing some nerve to the game, for having us on the edge of our seats for the vast majority of the game. But end of the day, Mike, it felt like Foot were the right winners, and they played better Counter-Strike over the course of 3 maps.
They did. They did. I mean, this victory was deserved, and I think Foot in general are looking pretty ferocious. They're a fascinating team. I mean, you still definitely see the struggles, you see the wobbles from them, but then you see the firepower when it's all hitting, when it works, and XFlood seems to have been the perfect addition.
Now, speaking of struggles and wobbles and whatnot, Mike.
Take it, Jacob. Take it.
Go on.
They
The
just
Mouse game
played
yesterday
so
versus Game of
good,
Legion. That
guys.
was arguably the most entertaining game of the tournament so far. At least
I didn't
most
watch the
entertaining
whole game,
I've
but
watched,
like
it wasn't,
I just
wasn't
watched
always
at
pretty,
the
sorry. Mouse
peak
really
point,
had to
like
fight for it. They really had to
when I
dig deep.
just
Both on
started the
first map on
stream.
Mirage, where they were
They
in a losing
just
position,
were like
especially on
dominating
the,
the
second
whole
map, you know,
lobby.
on Ancient Nathan. I don't know how you felt about that, but that was chaos from start to finish.
That's exactly the point I was going to say. It was chaos, and that's where the best games always happen. When you don't really know what's going to happen. They're going to walk through smokes, they're going to miss kills, they're going to get crazy actions. That's always the games you want to watch, and then it ends up on the third map where you think this is done and dusted. Gamer Legion, they pull out the upset, it's 10-2. And then Mouse, every single round, advantage or not, you seem that they had it. They were in the right position, they had the multi-kills. And you know, talking to the players of Mouse after the game, they were all smiles, everything happy, the best feeling in the world. It was that close, very, very close, that it goes the other way, and then it would have been a completely different story.
I'm sure it's going to be a fewer smiles in the demo review.
100%, you know, and has to be said, we had the biggest story of yesterday, at least according to me. Selex, you know, new guy coming into Mouse, a young prospect, having a terrible series on the first 2 maps, playing arguably the worst game of Counter-Strike he's probably ever played as a pro on Ancient, just to come alive on Nuke and be the one single force within Mouse to prove that comeback possible for them. I think to me that was the greatest and most positive story of yesterday, that you have a youngster who's out of it and then all of a sudden turns it around, and now all of a sudden he becomes the star of the game, and he's the one who secured the win for Mouse.
This segues nicely into our story of the day presented by Crunchyroll, because another team that we're looking to wake up from some sleepier form is Spirit. Will the sleeping dragon wake? That's the question we're going to answer at the end of the day, because Spirit as a team should be world beaters. We know our expectations. They came into this tournament the #1 team on the VRS. They have not looked it in the slightest. Started out with a BO1 upset to GG How, have looked like thing, and now they're up against a Bait team that we know can bring a lot of fire, that has an Opper in Sizzy that shows his best form against the best the world has to offer. And this one, I think we need to see a better Spirit than we have seen here in Paris if they're going to make this a series.
I'm a bit worried on behalf of Spirit. I don't know what your takeaway has been, Nathan, but it's night and day. Naturally, when they play their A-game, they're title contenders. They can beat pretty much anyone in the world. But what I've seen from Spirit, the last couple of games, the grand final loss to Mouse as well, I'm starting to worry a little bit. My alarm bells are not ringing just yet, but I'm almost ready to do it.
Yeah, you don't really know where you're going to stand with them. Are they going to come in all guns blazing and just destroying everyone or not? There's also a bit of a question mark with what's happening within the coaching staff, because we had a transition between Hattie that was absent for some time, and then Sutfi came in, and they just looked statistically better in utility and the way they were playing, and then Hattie comes back, and then he goes back to like a more of a average kind of looking team. And that's the kind of things that you don't really want to have. You want to be consistent in everything you're going to be bringing to the table, all the players being confident and comfortable. I'm not that worried, because the more you're going to be under pressure, the more you're going to be into the bracket, the more those players are going to reveal themselves into being better and being better as a team and better together, right? So like V8, yes, they have a lot of things going on for them. They have the individualities. They can really shake Spirit up. I still think Spirit is a class above.
Well, we're going to have to see that, but that's going to be later today. So we'll table this conversation for now, gentlemen, because it's time to dive into our first matchup. It's time to dive towards that stage as NAVI, the first ever champions of the Esports World Cup, match up against Legacy. And this game is going to have a lot of promise. Legacy actually hold the series this year. They've met 3 times. Legacy have the edge 2-1, but in their last meeting in Cologne, that was Navi's triumph. So there's a lot of history between these two teams.
Yeah, I feel on paper, everyone should have Navi as the favorites, and I think that's fair as well to walk into this game with the expectations that Navi are the favorites, and it's their game to lose, so to speak. But I think Legacy is still moving in an interesting direction. You know, bringing in a guy like Try should make them a better team. Having Art as an in-game leader is always going to give a little bit of flair on the server and a little bit of unpredictability. The problem is when you go up against Navi and the 5 players you see on your screen right here, together with Blade as a coach, where they've had 3 days to prepare for this game specifically. Like, I don't see a world where Legacy can come in and surprise Navi in the veto, in the way they play, in how they approach the game. I feel like Navi is one of those teams who have a very solid foundation that they can get away with playing.
Wait a second, guys. I'm just fixing something.
Usually that would be the case. I think for Legacy it's a bit special because they showed promises of them being a very good class. They've been winning tournaments, which is not given to anybody and everybody like in a tournament circuit. So winning is already something. Individuals are showing up. Art is going to cook up some random things that are going to be there. But yeah, also Navi now has the crowd. And like when you come on the stage and you have that kind of energy that is given to you, that's going to make a difference in the gameplay. The one thing also that's going to be interesting is going to be the maps that are going to be played on, because Legacy is going to try to go on maps where there's going to be more randomness, where you can play through the smokes, where there's going to be random kills and random stuff happening. That's going to play into their advantage, where it can really make Navi uncomfortable. And that's why it's been so tight between those two teams in the best of 3s they've been playing. You never really know what to expect. There's going to be a bit of randomness thrown into it, and that plays into Legacy 100%.
I just wanted you to hear that for a moment. The fans are ripping, roaring, and ready to go here. Serious support for the Navi players here in Paris. Nice to see they travel so well. And they brought their shiny new Esports World Cup duds for this one. So Navi are really ready. They want to be back in towards that final, back towards lifting that trophy as they were 2 years ago. This is a tournament that means a lot to the organization.
Yeah, it is, you know, and also a tournament they've been preparing for, to be completely honest. They decided not to play the Blast Bounty tournament. They decided to start off the year with a boot camp, which is atypical for a lot of the teams. You saw Falcons, you saw Vitality, you saw a lot of teams try to play the Blast Bounty and get off to a strong start. Whereas Navi, they decided to go for a boot camp. So fair to say that they've had their eyes set on this tournament. They wanted to come into this season starting off with a strong result, and that has to start right here, right now. Making the playoff is not good enough for Navi. That was a bare minimum almost. Beating Legacy in a game like this, bare minimum. So it's almost like their season begins today, Mike.
It is indeed, and this man might be a huge part of that season. Imma, a player who has at times been under the microscope by the community, looking to re-earn his place here, has stuck around. Navi haven't been shy about the fact that they did explore some options during the break. They had those conversations, ultimately decided that wasn't in the team's best interest. And so they come back in with this 5, with this squad, hoping that it is enough to lift trophies.
Yeah, it's always a bit of a question mark with Ime. He has some moments of real brilliance when he's just going to take over the server. There are also moments where he's not really there and he's just being the support and utility player, which is not necessarily what you expect from him. So I'm praying, I really hope for Navi that Ime is going to show his best face right now.
Well, we'll find out how he's going to be utilized because we've got an interview with Alexi B.
It's Navi versus Legacy. I've got Alexi B here. We're about to get to the bottom of everything going into this matchup. Alexi B, you come into another playoff. How do you guys feel?
I think we're feeling good. You know, we had 4 days of practice and obviously some media for EWC as well. But yeah, we're feeling good.
You said that Navi still needed another level against elite teams. What tells you that that level is here and now?
I mean, that's just, you know, us playing this game and, you know, we know we have a tough bracket. No matter who wins this game, it's going to be tough matches leading into the grand final. I do think that Legacy for us, maybe they're considered as an elite team by like all of the standards, like top 5, but for us, it's been like a kryptonite in some tournaments. You know, they've been playing great against us. Last time I think we won, but regardless, it's gonna be a tough match.
Who do you think benefits from that recent familiarity of knowing each other? I mean, it's for as many times as you guys have played against Legacy here. Who do you think benefits from that the most?
You know, I think it's pretty 50-50. I don't think there is. You know, when you play against each other for many times, and we also played practice versus them before coming here, so we kind of know each other's play styles. They do have something new with Try being their AWPer, so yeah, maybe we benefit on the fact that we've been together for longer. But you know, it's a morning game, and you have to be ready.
Legacy showing 86% on Inferno. Does the number matter, or does the head-to-head matter more in this matchup?
I think the head-to-head matters, and I do think that we are sharing some, you know, maps that both teams are quite strong. But I do think that it all comes down to the preparation and all comes down to, you know, how the individuals are shooting.
Let's go. Thank you very much for your time, Alexi.
Thank you.
Fun fact for Navi, in the 2 trophy lifts they've had this year, they lost to Legacy in both tournaments. Unfortunately for them here, they can't pull off that same recipe because if they lose, they're out. It's elimination on the line. Interesting that this has been such a faded rivalry, though, throughout the year.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, it speaks
the maps are
competitive
big.
Legacy have been, you know, against a team like
Inferno,
Navi, and that's something they need to
Inferno
take
from
and
Navi,
use in this game. I also think Navi have a decent amount of respect for Legacy, which I don't necessarily think is a good thing. I think that means that Navi are coming in super well prepared for this game. They're not taking this lightly whatsoever. And as I said, Navi are one of the teams that probably benefits the most from this format, being that you have 2-3 days.
I like Inferno map, but more than that, I like
Nuke.
Nuke.
You know, we've seen it plenty of times. The more time you
Dust 2 is also nice, but they just banned it.
Always. But also on the other side, the more time Legacy has to prepare, the more they can bring a lot of things and then bring a lot of different things, right?
I need to call the one thing here in the veto, which is that we have Cash as the decider. I was wondering how this would mirror previous vetoes. Here's the mix-up, and Legacy showed some masterclass on Cash when we got to see them in the group, so that is going to be downright thrilling. I think it's time to dive into the game. It's time to dive into the action. It's time to get this game underway. Legacy versus NAVI. Elimination on the line, the 4th bout in 2026 between these 2 teams.
Alright, it's about time. Just stay with me and bring up your popcorns and everything. Bring up your snacks and stay with
on
me.
the line. These 2 teams, a lot of respect, a lot of familiarity between them, but a lot of familiarity that we've learned over the last few weeks of the Esports World Cup for these 2 gentlemen. So it is my pleasure for one more time to hand it over to Buckethead and All In.
And it should be a very exciting way to start the day off. Navi Legacy.
Let's go.
CT side start for Navi. A matchup and in recent history favors Legacy 2-1 in terms of series. Maybe not what to be expected, considering the ranking of these teams, considering the expected caliber of the 2 teams, but statistically, To be the truth, a hit towards B is how it starts off.
That's a nice smoke.
All the
Grenade.
utility floods on in, and now impact to be found. Wonderful.
Okay.
First shot to be found by him. He is traded back, but a falling shot does connect
Ooh,
to
wow,
at
that
least
whiff.
keep
That
us even
whiff,
in
guys,
3
that
on
whiff.
3. And Navi the decision of how this retake to ensue.
Bit gonna
Okay,
try and push
bombs
forward
down.
with these dualies. Nice little 3-on-3 retake. No kit, a bit of a smoke, a little bit of a flash. Some utility about to pop on through this church side. Lotto backside. Oh, default makes amazing one tap with that P250, but Emo with a strike right back. Nisma
Crazy
finds
one tap,
on the trade.
guys.
It's down to just
Nice.
but Art seals the deal, and it will be
Nice.
the opening pistol here for the Brazilian Legacy squad.
Art and Nissim doing a great
Navi
job
is
there.
doing good.
Make sure their team stays started off hot. And a really good defense from Wonderful early on. Not only the 2 kills, but so much damage.
Guys, check out that whiff. That's
Trying to keep
just-
his team in, just wasn't able to get it over the finish
That
line.
was just so dirty.
The chants are going already, Donnie.
It's all about passion. You get to the playoffs, chance to staple yourself as a quarterfinalist within EWC. It's all on the line. It's all do or die.
Another Nova. Last 2 days, we've been blessed with some good Nova plays.
Shotgun meta becoming a lot more prevalent recently.
I'm all
That
for
was a
XM guy
great
knocking Emo over
grenade.
to the Nova side. I'm completely fine with that. 100%.
We'll have to see.
Bro,
Legacy's fine with it.
that was a crazy
They're looking
grenade.
into a stack. Now where the Nova is
He's
stationed,
still holding
but
with
still
a
plenty of
grenade.
weaponry to work with. Mostly pistols. Art
Nice.
not going to continue to push through that smoke. The defensive utility does a good job to block
I
out
don't
the teams,
think,
but
yeah.
as the flashes come
Same.
through,
I don't
they
think
decide to
never
push.
they would
Great
push.
damage with a nade. Alexi tries to find more with that 5-7. But as he falls, the bomb gets planted.
The bomb's planted.
Low HP on try.
It's a
real
2v2,
good
guys.
chance for Navi to try to go for this retake. It's going to have to wait for his teammate Wonderful.
But
His way in through CT.
Tries just 22 HP.
There
They
isn't a
both
kit
are
for these
on full
players,
HP.
so retake does want to come in.
Nice smoke.
Has to be with a bit haste.
Blocked
Wonderful
the
waiting for a
full
potential push
vision.
through the smoke. Try tucked away in dark. The glue.
Oh.
Good for the first one. Wonderful.
Nice.
Gonna fall
nice,
back after
nice.
that.
Guys,
Nova
I'm
continuing
supporting
to go for
Navi.
it. Try to take a gun away if you can. Long range Nova does do the job. And able to survive into the next round. But it's still Legacy with a win in the column.
What do you guys think? Who
Nova
could
definitely pumping
just
up the
be
money
the
here
winner?
for this CT side. A little bit early. And keeping it close keeps
Like
this
both
T-side
teams are just
economy in check fairly
nice.
well. Not
They
much
both
money
teams
left
are
over
great.
on the board, even with one rifle being saved. And again, we've seen throughout this whole
But
week,
currently,
this whole
like
event, the 5-7
by the
have really
stats,
come
Legacy is
into a
taking the
really
lead.
big play style.
Navi is not doing
And the
anything.
second round force, we've seen a lot go the way of that force buy.
Well, Navi another chance to do it. They do
What
have
else?
similar weaponry to work with as the
Whoa.
previous.
What
Counting
were they
utility
trying
towards
to
B
do?
once more. Instead of the stack
That
up,
grenade
only
that
Alexi
just
B
went behind him.
left the
Bro,
hold over
that's
there, and a
so
group of
good.
4 Legacy. One does retreat, but still the bomb
Alex is damaged by that grenade.
stays
Nice.
there. And now pull away, go towards A. Keep Navi on their toes.
Oh,
with
he's
the
53.
utility.
I did just notice it. Alec is
Does
just
seem like
84
we're
and
gonna readjust here. Focus a little more
Tumao
on
is
this mid area, trying to
53.
maybe put
Nice.
Bit and Wonderful to a test. Again, 5-7s, Novas. A little bit of a good counter or a push up mid, but maybe a one and done kind of scenario. Unless they really line up for this 5-7 on Bit. Can't see him having too much impact in this position at the very least. Wonderful wandering his way up towards Halls. I say that, and they look like they're going to line up for a 5-7 tap from Bit, but he comes up
Nice
short.
shot.
Lotto takes the kill. He's up with 45 HP.
He just took so much damage.
Apartments still kicking around.
Yeah, Wonderful could hold and strike, but
Nah,
Mono
bro.
spots him out.
Don't
Two
peek
players
from
towards
there.
so the shotgun rendered it useless.
It
Though
isn't
Art
low.
does push into it. Wonderful. A chance. Only
Wow.
a dink. Not enough damage to net himself a kill. And with 3 players on the side of Navi, all stationed back towards the T apartments.
They took the place
Going for
like
some
so
kills,
good.
try to
They're in a good
start
position.
the
I don't
economy
think they
once more
could
for
just
Legacy.
capture the site again.
But 3 easy rounds for him. 3, for the most part,
That's
clean
a
rounds.
great strat.
Got a little scary in the previous,
That
but
won't work.
they're not going to let
I
that happen
told you
again.
they won't get
Not
the
even gonna lose
position to
any
get in.
guns, as Mikaze, the only one to save. Armor 5-7, at least something to work with in the next round.
5 alive for Legacy. Obviously, a good boost in the economy, bolstering the finances of this team.
Legacy is just dominating them.
Making sure things don't
Now
fall
is
apart.
getting
So it will
cooked.
be a little bit of a free round. They're going to
Guys, it's a 4-0. Damn.
as the Navi chants start revving up here as the rifles come into play. Wonderful has his
Navi is getting crushed,
on
guys.
the rest.
I don't think there's a chance to win
But other than that, it
for
should
Navi.
be a bye where Navi can find themselves their first round against a little bit of a lesser bye from Legacy right now.
And a really important part of this matchup is
It's
gonna be
definitely a
the
4-0.
battle versus Wonderful and Try.
The
Wonderful
smokes
finding really good
just
form in recent
like
history.
I don't know. Navi
And
smokes
Try,
are
the
just
new
so
player
good.
on the side of Legacy, coming over from
That was a
shambles
great
of
throw.
Passion UA. Definitely adding impact to this roster that was already scary to begin with.
Spray and pray. Nice.
The Lil spray coming up empty. It seems like this won't be the B-hit simulator that was looking like early on. It will funnel their way up mid, all 5. Now turning around, a little bit of an about face, and may have spoken a little too early as they look to favor that B-side. Minute left on the clock. Art going to throw out some
Who has the bomb, guys?
utility over towards that library area. Keeping Ema around just a little bit longer, maybe holding that rotate, but actually could potentially
Don't
show their hand a
know
little
currently
early, as he's actually going to rotate off
who's
big
having the bomb.
Navi very aware of the play that was attempted. Not selling to the fake. But B has to be defended. Mikaze, Molotov into pit. Dancing around the pillar, trying to spray, but no kills
Nah,
fall in
bro.
favor of the CTs. It's all Legacy. As clean as could be.
Bombs planted.
Bitten wonderful.
Try was
Subman
holding
bomb
it.
site. No way in hell they go for this round. So that's a 4th already.
Got
in the
2
hands of
mags
Legacy.
left, guys.
And again, 5 alive. That is 2 rounds in a row here for Navi without
I
a
don't.
single kill.
They
Single
won't be
defensive
able to
kill at
capture the
very
site
least.
again.
The only real
They won't be
impact
able to
we've seen
retake.
thus far are these late round after bomb has been planted scenarios for Navi.
Even if
So Legacy,
Wonderful
they come
just
early on to
tries
play,
to
and they
get
are
1 or
showing
2
up
frags, they
strong.
won't be able to get the
Navi looking a little weak on
site
the defensive
back.
hold, especially on that B site now. It's been nothing but
Like,
success for this
check on
Legacy
the
squad.
position
Yeah,
of.
really clean entries there at the end of the day. I mean, just efficient.
Whoa.
Navi did have a decent setup
Where
to
is
the
he
side. They had
holding,
the stack
bro?
leaning there. Utility was there
Try
to
is
counter
holding
the
at
push
the,
that came in from Legacy, but at the end of the day,
so
if the
front.
shots are hit by the T's, it's going to be very easy
Try is
to
just
enter
holding
into
at the
that bomb
front.
site. Now, as we say that, there is the save.
They're in a
over
good
rifle
position.
and
They
up on the
won't be
side of
able to
Navi.
retake.
Looking at the rest of the team,
See, guys, I told
a
you
bit worse
it
for
would be a
wear.
one.
Probably gonna see some
What do you
upgraded
think the
pistols,
score
some
will be?
armor.
I just think that it would
Navi all
be
she wrote.
like
A heavy reliance on
13-0.
Wonderful into this round. As a
Legacy
timeout
would
is
win.
called.
If they play in
to
the
his team
state they are
members. The
playing in
mastermind behind Navi,
currently,
obviously Alexi B, the
like
IGL
it would be a
player.
13-0.
His
Legacy would
praises
be a
don't need to be
13.
sung. One of the best coaches, if not the best coach of all time. An absolute mastermind.
I'm supporting Legacy. Like
Or pretty well
both the
game
teams are very good, but currently Legacy is doing
There's been
so
these kind of scenarios
like
before
great
many years
than Navi.
being in the scene. It's nothing new to him, man. A little bit of a 4-0 start for the opponent. Doesn't mean he can't swing right back into this. But we've
Navi's
seen
got
how,
now
over
2
the last couple
timeouts
days,
left.
the early advantages for a lot of these teams.
What do you guys
sometimes
think?
amounts to
What
nothing once those
would the
sides
score?
flip. Again, this is Legacy's map pick. They are on maybe not their preferred side, so giving them
That's
4
a
straight rounds
nice
early
move.
on could lead to a little bit of a demise in the second half.
Bro, that grenade.
Demau just blind, running and swinging and spraying. Alexi B actually able to quell that fire.
Bro, that grenade just got almost 2 players. Like, so good.
Because I believe not a single official played for the likes of NAVI yet.
I think there's 10 rounds.
Lexi has at least won
10.
this tournament as well.
10 or 13, like,
So it could
it's
be
similar to
interesting, but it's all
Valorant.
about getting there that's going to be more important. And Wonderful is able to find one more with the scope.
It's a 4v3.
Still, Legacy stacked up towards the B bomb site. A minute left on the clock.
I think the
Plenty of time
bomber should just
redirect themselves if they
rotate from there
choose.
and just sneak up on
But now we'll play it
39.
down.
Let's see.
A lot more of a difficult
I don't,
situation to find
like,
yourself in, especially when Bit swings mid.
don't
Absolute
know
perfection
currently,
on the
like,
timing.
after the
As
round.
Nissim falls, it's all
Wait,
up
wait,
to
wait.
Try and Lado.
He's holding on the
Navi still
LP,
split 2 to a site, so very doable scenario here. Wonderful
Nah,
gets
bro.
baited out for the shot. Maybe the recurring shot followed up there on Gelato, gets the kill. Nate
Bro,
doesn't even
that's a great game.
takes the brunt of
Nice.
it, but on a single point of HP. He's not only the sole defender, he still
How
has
is he even alive, guys? He just clutched up on 1
the kill,
HP.
and it will be the
Nah,
first
now he's dead.
round here for Navi.
Navi
Lucky to
has a
survive with 1 HP
62%
there.
win rate on
Would've been a
Inferno
lot different of a
terrorist side.
situation
Yeah,
if he was able to be more
that's
comfortable
the
on that bomb
reason,
site
like,
knowing the
they
Opera's
could
dead.
just dominate in the attacking.
Wonderful doing a great job just baiting for his teammate, staying alive just as long as possible for an
They're
easy
not being
kill
able to
collected
defend the site.
by Alexi B towards the end.
So currently
With
the
all that
like
said,
Legacy is getting
now we got
over
even
them.
buys on both sides. Now we have the real chance to strike. Try does get his trusty op out. And again, an
The
important
grenades
battle
are just going out
that will
of
unfold in this
any.
round.
They're just getting
How does
over
the op
anywhere.
head-to-head look in this current situation?
Something we talked about a little beforehand is this is going to be a big battle here. Try gonna hopefully for the Legacy squad hold off.
I think
Wonderful.
Try is holding. Yeah, Try is holding the bomb with him. Nice. IAM's gone. Wonderful's gone.
Death Molly gets the kill. Wonderful obviously finds a shot.
Nice.
Mal
Spit's
finds
also
one
gone.
towards Bit, and it's a 2-on-3. Man advantage for Legacy. There's defuse kit. One Lexi B. Oh, but is going to get tagged up from the spam through smoke down to 33. And what a shot from Nissim. And it's going to be just one alive for Navi, and this will be a save, and it will be a 5th here.
This
on
round's
the board
Legacy's.
for Legacy.
Yeah.
Navi.
There's no
Put stop
chance it
early on.
could be a 1v4.
Legacy doing a great
1v3,
job of playing
sorry.
those trades early on.
My bad.
At the end of the day, if you're able to continue those one-on-ones, keep it even numbers.
Now the score
T-side
of
won't feel bad about
like
that at all.
13-0 is
Mao
not possible. I
made a
think
great swing to get that last kill, open up the bomb site.
Navi could get up to
Just gotta
5.
deal with 2 rotators coming in, and
Like,
clearly wasn't much
I
of a
don't think they
problem
could win.
for Legacy.
But we can't say anything. Like they
And
could
Lada's
clutch up on the
performance
attacking side.
within recent history is something that also needs to be discussed because truly keeping himself as a contender for a top-rated player within recent history, almost MVP.
Anything's possible,
performances,
guys.
although his team hasn't really made it far enough.
By
to
the way,
find himself in
G2
true
just
contendership for those
G2
actual
just dominated so
titles.
good.
Statistically,
They
right
just
up there with the best
they
of
just
them.
played so good, very well
Of the
played.
timeout.
Navi quick to use these timeouts. Obviously trying to gather themselves before things start slipping through their fingers here early on. But this
Okay.
is map 1. Again, Legacy's map pick.
Second
So,
time out
not
gone.
everything's gone too bad. Ancient will be
Now
next
Navi
in
is
line, and
left with 1 timeout.
hopefully, I feel like we will see cash here today. Map 3. If we end up getting there, that is.
In a very good likelihood that we will. Last time, these teams faced off against each other. It was at the Clone Major. The maps were the same as the first 2 maps, Inferno and Ancient both being won by Navi, but a different look for this Legacy roster, a bit more swagger beneath them than they
That's
showed
a good grenade.
during
73
Stage 3 of the
HP.
Major. So interesting to see if
Bro, the grenade
the
throws
dynamic
are
can change.
so
I mean, it already
perfect,
has.
guys.
Because the last time these two teams played on Inferno, Legacy was only hold to 4 rounds. Already surpassing that.
I don't know. I'm getting a feeling that Navi could clutch up this round.
And they found some crack in this defense that they are absolutely exploiting.
Imagine that spray
right now.
just hit.
Molly gonna go out towards this lane spot. Flash off is wonderful.
Nice.
He's gonna reposition it.
He's holding with an
Ninja.
AWP.
He
But
focuses his attention
there's no
more towards
chance
Halls.
of an AWP. Like,
Nima stuck in this
if
corner.
there's 3 players rushing, then how will you AWP?
Happily sit there. Oh,
Nice shot.
Now, man advantage. Make it 2. Try finds one with the op bit out of the round. Maybe another as Springs. It's a shot, and it's already 2.
Nah, bro, I take my words back.
I mean, this Legacy
This
squad
round's
is
of
like
Legacy.
a well-oiled machine right now.
Pick apart the kills. That's all you got to do. And as soon as this bomb gets planted,
Bombs
there'll be
planted.
a fall off from Alexi B.
It's a 2v5. I
Attempt to
don't
save
think.
the rifle. Still a player stationed towards
Nah,
A
bro, there's no
for
chance.
Legacy. And more going over to try to take the weapons out of the hands of Navi. A
Alex dead.
very precise Legacy to start this series off.
I think Wonderful's gonna die too.
And Wonderful going to do all he can to keep that op alive.
There's a
but
sneak coming up
more
from
players
behind.
approaching towards him. Nissa might have the timing in from apartments. Wonderful misses the shot.
Nah, bro.
Should only be a matter of time until he falls. But either way, 6 rounds on the board.
He's
for
down.
Legacy.
He's down. He's down.
A jump out. Wonderful.
Nice shot.
Stays alive for a moment longer. Close range. Shot
That's
in
a
the
crazy
back.
shot, guys.
Up out of the hands. That's going to be a very big hit to the side of Navi. They can decide to drop one over. Have bit. No drop. It's Wonderful, no op in his hands. And a Navi that's already struggling early on. That's not what we want to see. That was a great shot from Dumao. And then, again, it's just getting the kills one by one.
That spray
Finding
was
the
so
timings
good.
on the defenders. Dismantling the
The
structure.
spray
of the
that Art
defense.
gave was so good.
We're just seeing
Let's go,
Legacy
let's go, let's go.
really step it up here.
I think
on map 1.
Mac could die.
RTS
I think
damage
Mac
down
could
to
die.
33. From the FAMASs and the nades,
At
utilities
33.
aplenty here on Banana, as is tradition.
Bro, the HPs are just going down in the seconds.
Are going to go for a 3-man stack here. Nima gets
Whoa.
that first kill. Finally a man advantage early on for Navi. It's just
Now
whether they
it's
can
technically a
capitalize.
5v4, but
Kind of
I don't
slowly
think
start
it's a
to deteriorate
5v3.
as the round progresses.
If we just take a look,
at a different
it's
pace right now.
also a 4v3. Max just
Pace and also a different
47
bottom side as they
HP.
start to gather towards the brackets.
Okay.
Arch stays momentarily. The smoke is
Tries.
about to clear,
They're,
so
I think they could
potential
show up
for
on
Alexi
A.
to get caught off.
Yeah, they could show up on A.
Focus elsewhere as Arch is
To the camp. Bro.
starting to be taken by Navi. Emma falls back, holds the deep line. Alexi B.
I told you
catches
the camp.
timing on Art. Now Legacy forced into an
Nice shot.
uncomfortable situation. A trade 1-for-1.
It's a
But 2
2v4.
players up.
Nice.
Or Navi, at least
They
for
didn't
now,
expect
try, pushes
the
into the site.
snuck up.
An angle on Wonderful, a bomb to be planted. Live.
Nice.
It's CT, able to keep him alive.
Guys,
And one more headbound for try. Why not
that's
make
a
it
clutch,
2?
guys. That's a
4K
clutch.
for the offer. Coming into this Legacy lineup.
It was,
Filling them with
guys,
so much
it was
life.
a 4v5.
9 and 3 to start for them in the
They
previous.
nah, bro. Navi's just fucked up. I don't think Navi would win.
An excited Brazilian crowd behind us. And a Navi once again forced to play without the rifles that they desire.
At the start of this round, I just was thinking like Navi's gonna win
We're just
this
seeing
round.
Legacy
But
get all the
bro, the
opportunities and
clutch.
success here. The exact same ones that Navi have yet to capitalize on. Man advantage rounds prior. Again, 7-1 now. This is a Legacy squad that is ready to win. They want to progress up this bracket.
Alec
Make a hell of a
is
push for it, just like
behind
he's gonna make a push
Dumao.
for it as well, but quickly
No,
traded
Alec
out by
just
Lotto.
retreated.
Keeps it a 4-on-4. The 5.7s and MP9s really need to close these gaps.
I think Alex should just sneak behind them.
Easily.
They should backstab them.
Round, mind you, we're only on the 9th at this point.
Art.
One more.
Whoa. Gets turned on. And again, that's the end of the round. It's as simple as that. You get the one-on-one fights, even when Navi.
I told you, like, Alex should just rush them from behind.
Timing. Nissim just hurt Alexi.
Now there's no chance. Yeah.
Easy shot for him to collect.
See, I told you, like, if Alex would just rush from them,
for Navi, because
they're behind. This round could be Navi's round.
Championship and definitely in contention to at least rise above the rankings. A lot of money on the line for the side of Navi. Not to mention the chance to be the Counter-Strike Esports World Cup champions in 2026. Legacy.
Bit just whipped so bad. Like, he had a chance with the pistol too.
But at least the M4s are back out. No op once more for Wonderful. But a far better position than the previous.
Utility being traded here in Art.
Art.
He escapes somehow, avoids the molly, avoids the nades, and even avoids the gaze.
The grenade throws are just so good.
They're just holding it down firm.
Legacy's grenade throw, like, both teams are just so good at grenade.
The exact same way every time. Legacy gained a little ground up towards Nana. Especially if it's going to be against Try in this op. He would be the one to get an opener here. That's Nism. And be gifted. Be one of his own.
Still holding the line, but Navi.
I'm so sorry for the buffering. My internet just was a bit
Emma is fully able to spot
lagging.
Him out, get a few shots out. It pushes him back.
So sorry for the buffering, guys.
And a refocus towards B once more. Two players lie on the site. Doom approaching. Nissim tries to play the lurk.
Just holding so good.
Out. And that's going to force Legacy to go. 16 seconds
nice.
left. Legacy has to hold strong, but maybe
he had a chance to hit both the players.
2 more to contest with, but the up eliminates him from the round. A player up for Navi. And a retake that needs to come in too from Banana.
There's two flank.
Slowly walking up. Spots
nice shot, nice shot.
Also knows the player behind him. As does take some damage in that fight. Leaves it up to Art. Long range.
So sorry, guys.
Can't beat out Emma.
It's a bit of a buffering.
Long range AK.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Kaze finally finding some impact on this B site. His first 2 kills of the game.
Navi just won the round.
Comes in a nice defensive hold.
Sorry for the buffering, guys.
Navi their second.
I don't know why it's
buffering. We are into the penultimate
buffering.
round already. We are into the 11th, and it is a 6-round lead here for Legacy.
No, that shot was so good, but
it's a fantastic shot. It was a good try, and that nade really sealed the deal for him. But again, 6-round lead for Legacy. Navi have to close this one out.
So big. If Navi want to win, they have to just like clutch up all the rounds.
Kaze burn and has to waste his smoke grenade and push forward. Art playing close by, but Dumao able to spray a transfer attempted. Art
nice. 3v3.
Contest with the op. Lotto continues
nice. The spray was so good.
The B site's open now. 2 towards A, a bloodbath and Banana early on.
Nice, the bombs planted.
And that's the thing about this Legacy squad. You can't allow yourself a second to breathe because they're going to be down your throat the entire
have a chance.
Game.
Oh, wait.
It's the beauty of watching this team perform.
Wait.
Navi, look at the money on Bit and Emma. 0 and 8.
He's on a flank.
For a last round bye.
Lost bonus only at 29.
He's on a flank.
Right now, and obviously they're going to be hunted down one by one. Emma might be able
he's gonna die. Yeah.
The rifle, but
I got the feeling he's gonna die.
And I mean, realistically, Legacy can throw
The moment he turned towards him,
one more if they want. Obviously, don't want to throw Triad as the op will be.
Moment he just turned towards Bit.
Got 12K on some of these players.
That was the bad days. That was the worst decision.
Both these rifles saved, thankfully, for NAVI, but we're back to a 7-round lead for Legacy.
Well, with those saved rifles, it does make the situation a lot more doable in this coming
The spray was so good, guys.
Because drops were able to be thrown over.
Well, it does look like this is all going to come to a head already. Bit opens up. Wonderful with a kill of his own. He's going to reposition, try and swing out for the balcony peak, but instead it will be Legacy to get the kill. And now site control going their way. A man advantage for Navi, and they will happily attempt this retake. The utility on Emma's good, but Bit quick to fall and work.
I think this could be...
It's a 3-on-3 retake.
You look at Jamal's location. One head
No.
already taken off, falls back
I don't
afterwards.
think anything.
That's all he needed to do. Distract him for a moment. Make this retake just a bit more uncomfortable.
I don't think Ali can... My case just...
Not going to be easy to crack this egg open.
This should not try it.
Sits in the pit. Does get smoked off. Doesn't matter.
Nice
Straight through it, why
but
don't you?
yeah,
Put
I told you.
scalp on your board.
The
Makaze, the only one,
spray
but
and
there's no time.
spray.
10 rounds for Legacy in the first half of play. Talk about dominance for an opening map in the series.
This feels like vengeance from their performance last time. You said that they got 4.
Let's go, guys. It's a half time,
Yes,
and
well.
the score is so
this
good.
Definitely is a totally revisited map for them.
2 on 10.
They fixed
Nah,
the
bro.
problems, and they have capitalized. The first half, an 8-round lead for this Legacy squad to now go over to the CT side.
It is important to note in that previous matchup, Sadzin was still in for
Now,
Legacy, so
Navi should just
in my eyes, Try
do something
an
if they
absolute
want to
upgrade.
win.
I think Try is one of the best.
We're seeing
They have to do
around
something
right
if they
now,
want to
and
win.
also deceivingly
Like,
young for a player of his caliber. So
at least this should
either
just
way,
plant.
Legacy came to play today, and it's good to see that because at the end of the day, you never know what Legacy you're gonna get.
And I mean, right now they are pretty much forming Navi and controlling exactly where they want them.
Fully in the driver's seat.
100%. Legacy aren't struggling in the least.
Oh.
The 2 rounds Navi had, I mean, they were
4 are on
decisive-ish,
A and
but
just
what did
1
they
on
really
B.
amount to at this point? An
Wow.
8-round deficit
The
at
stack
end of
on
first
A.
half. The pistol is a must. There's no doubt about it. And obviously, every round prior, you have to
There's a
play
stack on B
nearly,
too
if
from
not
attackers.
flawlessly.
Navi's 2 players going on B.
And at the end of the day,
What do you
Makaze
guys
and Bit both
think
being quiet
the score
right
could
now.
end up?
Definitely going to be at least a reason. And Navi's fallen far behind. The Legacy to be tested in a moment.
I'll tell you after this round, like
Emma could push through a
what the
boiler
score could be.
with any timing. A smoke does block off one, but still 2 CTs lined up in a crossfire. And maybe a dual Beretta to find more than that, but it is traded back by Wonderful immediately.
Legacy is still getting the lead.
Art and Try left to try to stay
Still
alive.
playing good.
Art, let's find one headshot. Now Try on the site. Up and down the boxes. Is traded once more by Wonderful. A 4K for him already. An ace would be needed to keep Legacy away from 11, and that's what you get.
Nice one.
If anyone could be counted
Now
on,
we
it's
just
gonna be
clutched
Wonderful.
this round with an ace. Wow.
Great performance
Didn't
recently,
expect it.
and is not gonna let up now.
I didn't expect
Ace in the
that
pistol.
Navi could ace.
Definitely bring some fire to the bellies of Navi.
Oh wait, I didn't notice this.
The only shining star right now.
The
little
angles
glimmer
they
of
were
hope
holding.
Navi currently has at 16 and 10. Obviously, granted, that definitely shot him up the leaderboards there with the ace, but nonetheless, again, it was a must-win round, and that is the man that you want to call upon to do the heavy lifting for your squad.
Certainly so. Legacy, of course, invest back.
He's trying to wall bang,
SMG to
but
work with
that's
the rest
not an
on pistols.
option for now.
Most important thing right now for him is to just stop this Navi roster from having
That's
their
not an
economy
option.
get too out of hand.
It won't bang from there.
Even if you lose the round, take 2 or 3 with you. You'll be happy with that.
Now we'll get in the site at 30 seconds.
Try gonna push up the SMG.
For sure.
Doesn't push the smoke out, instead waiting on the opposite side.
At perfect 30, they will
Battle
just
up in the
end up getting it.
Is
No
won by the
way.
pistol. Elsewhere, Arch Control does
3v3,
go in favor of
3v3,
Navi. Art on
3v3.
the flank. Spots out 1. The pistol won't be able to battle against the AK. And Nissim knows someone's behind him. Makaze has the timing, but missed the shot.
Wonderful's dead.
Get comfortable. It's still even numbers. And as it dwindles down, it does leave it all up to Art.
It's just only Art.
Himself, Makaze close by. The 5-7 not able to connect
Nah,
with the head
bro.
early on. And yes, Navi get the
Nice
round, but
one.
that is what you were looking for the side of Legacy. You make them very uncomfortable. Spiral out of control quite yet.
Nice sound, nice sound.
And delaying long enough too, where there was
Now he's having a chance
come through.
that they could
So
win.
will be rifles in play still. Bit actually down to a Mac 10, just so we can get some extra utility on the board, and it will be.
In some rounds, I just thought like Navi is just not checking the corners.
Nizam?
Like in the last round when
He may have
I think
forgotten to go
Try
into
was
the-
on
We're
B.
getting to it. Don't worry. Emma actually taking
They
that
didn't check
solo
him.
rifle out as he will run all the way back just to get himself a nice little USP, but it may be a little too late.
He's already on A. They're
Not the first time a gun was forgotten in CT spawn of Inferno.
you know they just should sneak up
Legacy
from
really
behind.
nothing to work with right now. The Edge are 1 chance for damage to get taken out. They're early
They
stacked up on
could
the right
flank,
side,
like
so
the
some damage
can.
be found. Nissim won't be the one to find it. And no one else will either.
Nice one, Navi.
5-round deficit now for Navi as they claw their way back towards a competitive scoreline. But this is the real question, because now they have to deal with the buy of the CT side. Now the rifle's back out. Try has his op.
Bro, I'm officially
Are only on an
partnered
MP9,
with
but he's going to be playing the close range fights
EWC.
anyway, so shouldn't
I'm a
be too
co-streamer
detrimental to him.
for EWC Paris.
And this is a great potential momentum.
I
builder
think
here for the
Sky,
Legacy squad. If they can
the
get this
score
round,
you just gave, like
Navi still
13-9,
have a buy
I
in the
could
round
think like
come,
it would end up on
but it
13-9.
at least limits them down a little bit more. Try and get back a 6-round lead, but a
The
5-round
scenarios
lead
are
is
just
still
giving me the
a
sign
hard
like
comeback for Navi, but they are
it's
pushing
a 13-9.
at least in the right direction. It's being heavily guided
But don't
by
know
really
right
big
now
nade,
as
then wonderful. Good nade down towards Banana, but actually comes up with only 2 points of damage.
You take utility coming over. Alexi does smoke that Molotov.
bro.
And puts
Do
them into
you
the
even have a
gunfight.
mind?
It forces it. It
What are you
forces
chatting
action,
in
but
it?
2 kills go in favor of Legacy. Still the team stacked up towards Banana, but Lotto just doing great damage, even if it's through the box. Emma brought down so low. As the bomb retreats, his teammates still at top towards the car. A Legacy reposition now. Navi group back up towards the
Nah,
top.
bro.
The hit still wants to come in. Utility being set up.
Not now.
Emma throws a CT smoke in. It's just a matter of when. 25 seconds.
I think
The one will be
Navi,
now.
Navi has a
the
chance, like
Molotovs
they
hit
could
as
clutch
well.
up with the 3 men,
Starts to
but
walk in. Art
no, they
continues
won't,
to the
they
close
won't.
range. MP9 good for 1. Low HP on the remaining players. Bomb still not planted. 10 seconds. A push in could stop it, but it's all better of it. Play the numbers game. You're still up 2 players. Wonderful walk to the op. Try not going to miss an easy shot like that. And
He's
it's
just 10 HP.
10
I
HP
don't
for him. Will be swung momentarily. Dumau low HP.
Legacy has to.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Clinical. With the shot to the head. That puts Legacy back on the winning column. That puts Legacy at 11 in this opening map. Once again,
Nice.
Inferno, the choice of Legacy. The opening map. Ancient is next on the docket.
Legacy could get to 13-9, like.
This is definitely, I mean, sure, credit to Navi.
Who
Brought
knows?
some rounds back, but at the end of the day, it's not any less of a dominant performance from Legacy right now. You had
That
this
angle of
round win
art,
that you won off
like,
of an ace of Wonderful.
Damn.
You were good to control the economy. You didn't let
Timeout.
any rounds
NAVI
that you
is
should have
out
won
of
slip out your
timeout.
fingers. But then as soon as the gums come back in,
NAVI is
it's
out
the
of
same as
timeout.
we saw in the first half. It's a Navi roster that just doesn't look like individually they're able to keep in line with Legacy, except for
Legacy
Wonderful,
still
19
has
as well.
3 timeouts
Give him
left.
all the credit that he's due.
I mean,
They could just use them at any time.
kind of putting their performance here. 11.
That's an advantage, guys.
Kills, 12, 15
First,
per try. And obviously
a strategic timeout, like, if they want.
Battle, you know. And Wonderful is performing.
Bro, there's no
the best he
paper
can in this
X.
scenario, but it's come down
It's
to
Navi
not
versus
only
Legacy.
But the whole team of Legacy
It's not a
really,
paper.
really
It's
coming
not paper X. Nice grenade.
Navi have a bit more pace up through mid this time around.
Bro,
Made right to the shoulder of Alexi B.
61 HP.
And a double up in the long hole. Might be able to catch Navi out. Want to go for the double swing. Nissim spots the shoulder. Try. At least able to answer in the kill department.
He has to.
Emma on low
Nah,
HP.
bro. He has to hold the position.
B don't dare swing in a bracket.
They'll end up on B.
Right call as the crossfire would have been too much for him.
They'll end up on going B.
Navi double back. Look towards B.
Nah, I'm not coming in Valorant.
Over there, it's Dumau. Spots one on the jump. Smoke goes down.
Not right now.
See if Navi aggress through it. If they do, it could spell doom for him. The flash does make it a bit easier. Dumau falls back, barely able to avoid
Nice,
the sight line.
nice.
More flashes in. So much pressure onto him. It's only him. The entire
There's no one except him.
Dumau tries to line them up, but can't find anything. 4 on 3. Art has good timing in the back.
Yeah, I know, but Valorant's
He's able to take care of
good
the
too.
banana coverage. Lotto so close to the spray. Wasn't enough to land it, however. In our position known. Readjusted to high ground. Sprays two. Makes it look too easy. Wonderful. If any man in the situation, you want it to be him. And up in his hands. Finds too early on, and now the
Bro.
one up versus up. It's
Bro.
wonderful. Once more to keep his team alive. The only fighting force still alive.
That was a good round, guys. That was a good round.
Individual performance. We're
Good round by Navi.
talking about wonderful 22 and 12, far and ahead, leading this server.
Bro, the op clutch was so good, guys.
Navi as a whole, they're still down, but not out. Wonderful, just great, patient op work right there, cleaning it up and just giving a masterclass of a performance right now.
I mean, unfortunately, you have to capitalize off this.
2 on
because
B,
if you
3
don't,
on
you're still
A.
building the same narrative where the only rounds Navi have been able to win are off the back of Wonderful or the economy swing after the pistol round. So still something to prove here for this Navi squad as Apartments Control comes in. No contention. Listen with the pistol plays in the balcony.
There's
Don't
someone
need to
holding
aggressive with it.
on the side of A.
Art gonna get smoked off on his arch side. 4 players here for Legacy on the A site, leaving just Lotto by his lonesome.
They could end up on A or no, they could end up on A. Yeah.
No,
Nah.
Art finds one, repositions.
Nice,
And they get
nice.
themselves that man advantage. Once again, Legacy have been clinical with the positionary advantage every time. They're always good to find this early pick, get one, and really all they have to do is find a kill off towards Wonderful, and they can nearly claim the round every time.
Nice.
1 for 1 in the Apartments push. Emma
The trade was really
way
good.
up lane. Has to try to fight off Art. That's exactly what he
Navi
does.
is taking the lead.
The advantage lies in Navi's court now, and
2v3.
saved from Legacy. Loss bonus hasn't built up. You've invested everything you got into this round. We'll get 29 off of it. If you can keep these guns alive, a little bit of room to work. Lotto wants to upgrade, but just finally a Navi that's able to look confident in a gun round.
It's a
Navi
7-11.
actually
Yeah.
looked like they had a solid
Navi's
plan
got the
going
round.
into it, and it didn't just get dissected piece by piece. My body's hitting the floor. The bomb goes off. That's 7 rounds. Only 4 being the difference. Maybe the pep talks from Blade playing a key factor now.
First timeout by Legacy.
It is a timeout for Legacy.
Now, as per the situations, I think Navi could win.
First time they've taken one.
Yeah, just
As
really
Legacy
nerves
is
for a
just
moment, you know?
playing
I
so
mean,
bad.
They're going to talk about what this buy is really going to consist of. We see an MP9 coming out right now, a single M4. You know, things are going to get shifted around. They're going to try and make something work, but it won't be that full, real investment into this round. There's no need to. They still have a lead. They still have rounds to play with. There's no need to try and force the issue when it's not needed. And again, great position there from Martin on that boost. Try with a good trade. But a nice, competent take led by Emma, of course, finding just a nice, clean double in opening that site up. And you can see maybe a little bit of the stress there on the Legacy guys. All that, you know, good first half energy slowly starting to fade away into a little more tense.
Alright, Titan.
On the bright side for Legacy, the only not full buy they're going to have is this one.
Check chat. I'm
Still
checking
the M4
chat.
saved over from
I
before. Plenty of utility with the pistols to back up.
I'm reading the chat.
Navi should know that there's some stress
Why?
on this
Zior,
Legacy side now.
behave yourself.
Playing a bit more patiently. Systematic clear through Banana as always, but no aggression from Legacy. We'll just give up the space.
Legacy is holding a good cornered angle, but Nav is taking all the angle and they are just getting trade up again.
It does seem like A is going to be coming through here. The 5.7 stacked on with one of the rifles. Dumao. The M4, while Art on that 5.7. Seeing if you can get lucky with a little bit of spam, but nothing really to come of it. Slow and steady with 35 seconds left on the clock. Try with it. Perfectly timed repositioning.
They need to enter the site right now, or else the round's
As Emma looks to
gone.
push through up in this lane position. We've seen him do it the round prior. Can he do it again? We met with the MP9.
Nice.
The rifle. Dumao finds himself one bit with a quick trade. Fires down. Try.
Nice one.
Trying to stay alive. Dancing around here on balcony and somehow is allowed.
Legacy got outnumbered, guys.
Disgusting from Bit. Yeah, both these Legacy players rotating in. Wanting to collect a weapon or
I was thinking that
really scavenge together anything they possibly can, but
Legacy could win, but
from Bit.
as per the situations right now, I don't think Legacy will win. Sky just told me like it could end up for Navi, but I was not being able to decide.
Navi inch closer and closer. Now 8 rounds on their
8-11.
Only 3 between the two squads.
They were 4-0, and then it just...
So far. Again, a lot of it comes down to Navi having very, very strong handle on the economy right now.
They were 4-0 and it's
but
now.
Still, a Navi that looks more confident.
I'll make you afterwards.
On this T side for sure than the first half would have led you to believe.
Alright, long shot. And I mean, the round prior, we've seen Emma do it. This time it was Bit. Same concept. Leading one person to have a really good individual take there. Making the space, making it possible for Navi to only be down now 3 rounds. Nade down towards mid. Wonderful, actually, first of all, with a great flash. And that is a crippling kill early on. And the big name of Wonderful out, and what a shot from Dry. Actually, it's actually down to just a pair of players for Navi as they have been chipped away. And maybe the momentum has finally started to seal the deal here for Legacy.
Oh, try a rough miss. Will pay with his life, but shouldn't matter at all. Lexi B, the only one left. This is another example of the rounds where Legacy has just been able to find the easy one-on-one kills. Any pressure that Navi was trying to go for, Legacy honestly just swung directly into. Won the gunfights. Simple
Make
as
me
that.
mod, make me. Arey, I will make you mod. Wait. Let me make you mod first.
This Legacy roster looks very strong.
You are the mod now. Okay.
Lexi.
Try and set it.
Potentially in for a rude awakening. He tries to swing this balcony. This I'm not looking for now. Art behind the box gets called out. Doesn't die quite yet. 2 HP on him. But now, prone to die from anything. A strong gust of wind can take him out. Oh. Or he can take out Lotto. Okay. A nice kill. Still no chance to get much done. M4 out of bullets. Surely Alexi doesn't get anything else here. There's no way. Walking in.
Maybe.
The damage on an Ism, it makes you question everything a little bit because he's going to have room to work onto the site. Art does sit backside with the op. Won't be able to get the plant out.
Whoa. Art was
holding
holding a good position.
It was scary because
There's nothing else.
It could have 100% turned.
The second timeout's been used.
I mean, close range op, not a guarantee that hits. But a timeout once more. This one for Legacy. Navi knocking on death's door in this first map.
Coach is saying something, but
should be able to have been passed an op at this point. Should have the money for it. But will they invest? Will they just go with the rifles instead? Maybe spread the wealth out a little bit more. But I'm Navi right now.
That shot was crazy, guys.
One after another, challenging whatever aggression Navi wants to put in there. Good reads from Legacy and also better shooting from them.
Yeah, no, I mean it is, and we're seeing kind of at least something coming out here.
Legacy is trying to get the match, but who knows what happens next.
37, the back of a handful of nades being sent his direction, but
as whoever is watching the live stream, kindly like and subscribe.
You want on a potential map point.
Boost up for try. The smoke still blocks the sideline deep for the time being.
It's you guys who made this possible that I am streaming EWC right now.
Mao's able to bait some gunfire towards it. Agonizingly slow start for Navi. So much time.
Nah, this is at good position. They are just trying to back them up. Nice.
Does open the round up. Important to get the op out very early. And they look to explode on this B bomb side. It is only Dumao. Now slow the pace up. Make Legacy as uncomfortable as possible.
There's just Dumao on the side. If they rush in, yeah, they are rushing in.
Begin to push in.
They did push.
Surely if Dumao doesn't get anything on this cross, it's just going to be the save.
Dumao's dead.
Yeah, no sign that the A players even want to move at all.
They didn't move at all.
It's going to be a very long time to save, a bit of a time to discuss.
They knew that.
What's looking for the future?
Ah, bro. They should have just rotated to
again, plenty of lost
A.
To work with.
From A.
Drops will be able to come over. Legacy will still be good as
this round
as long as they're able to keep these guns alive.
Was fucked up. No.
Drastically slowing
Legacy could have won this round. Like if the three players that were stacked on A, if they would have rotated to B. Dumao didn't had support for holding the site.
That's the eyes of determination. That's the eyes that Navi currently have. They are determined to take this one to overtime. Only down 3 rounds. Legacy a little bit of an awkward position here.
I think they are getting an overtime.
Make it a full buy, but if this one goes bad, if this one isn't a savable scenario, it's going to have a really, really good shot at this overtime.
I mean, it definitely helps that you have the likes of Emma and Bit starting to wake up into the series, starting to actually have impactful kills come on the board.
A little bit of a misplay there from Try, honestly.
Just got caught out.
They could take it.
And as mentioned before, there was plenty of money to buy for the CT side, although no op.
Bro, that's not possible. They won't tell me to sell my watch.
It could get tricky, but he's been
It
more
could
than
get
serviceable
up
with the rifle of his
to
own.
12-12 and get into an OT. Legacy needs this round like so bad.
Seems like things will come to
They
a
need
slow.
this round.
As B has definitely been a point of interest pretty often here for the T sides.
Nice move.
It comes up fairly empty.
Navi is just trying to back them up
He's going to keep these three remaining CT players here as
by the grenades.
much ground feasible up until they are now going to burst out onto this site. There's only two alive here.
Oh, the timing!
Spot in towards it. He sees another one in front of him actually as well, but he somehow works his way around. Wonderful with a no scope through the smoke.
Nice.
Comes up huge and somehow it's down to just a pair.
Just kill Wonderful. Just kill Wonderful. The rounds. Legacies. Legacy will win.
Definitely a retake that you're willing to go
for sure.
The bomb does get planted. Art stationed in towards the coffins. Not giving up the position yet. Bit swings right into him.
Nice. 12 HP. 12 HP. 12
It's
HP.
wonderful. That's already clutched multiple times for this team. On low HP, tries to plant behind the pillar. Aggression comes in from Try, and it's only a matter of time.
Nice.
Down. Legacy. A dominant showing.
Legacy. Let's go.
13-9. Very, very confident.
The slow tick of rounds in that second.
The map's name is Inferno. And next one is Ancient.
Not stop Legacy. Not here. Not now. Legacy come out the gate screaming, dominate on their own map pick, and make Navi look rather foolish. Full control from Art and the boys here, Jacob.
Yeah, very, very strong start.
Legacy was playing so good from the start, but they just ended up fucking up again.
Even more so important to get off to a good start. The foundation of this win was late in the first half. You know, I think the second half kind of showed what we expected. You know, a competitive game, very close rounds, tense game of Counter-Strike. The biggest difference was, Nathan, that Navi were nowhere to be found in the first half, and that kind of laid the foundation for Legacy, ending up winning the match.
It felt way too fast and way too easy for Legacy.
The round that Navi just won, it was the fault of Legacy. Like, they were just playing so good, but it ended up so bad now. It could end up on 13-0, but
getting the 5v4s, getting those entry kills, getting just into the base of
Navi won some
That's when
rounds.
they started having more success and just with such a big advantage in the first half, you just have to finish the game.
Can we take a quick moment to just appreciate this?
Legacy had so much advantage in the first half, like they were just dominating on attacking.
And it is roaring in here. The Brazilian fans finally chanting after that Legacy map win. The Navi fans have been roaring, trying to will their team into it. I mean, this is incredible. The atmosphere for this game is unreal right now.
Now you became a big YouTuber, so why are you doing small potato stuff? What potato
we should
stuff?
Give him some credit here, right? He's the only reason that we got a game here. He tried to will his team through it, especially in the early games. It felt like he was the only one who showed up to this match.
What kind of potato
Gave them
stuff?
time to at least try and play back into form. Maybe that might make the difference here in the series.
Yeah, I mean, he tried his absolute best to keep Navi alive. The problem for Wonderful is that he's alone in that department. Yeah. Normally you bring in a Makase and all of a sudden you have two players who can make the difference, but Makase was nowhere to be found. I think he was 0-9 at one point in this game. Lost pretty much every single overdoing he could. Got owned on Banana time and time again on that CT side, whether that was in straight up duels, utility as well, a couple of times hiding behind Sandbag, not really taking the duel early on, but whenever he would then engage, he would be down to 30 HP from Molotov, from nades, flashed, etc. It really did feel like kind of opposite of what I expected coming into it, that the more well-prepared team
Bro,
won this
bro.
game as well. It felt like Legacy knew exactly how to handle, especially the early opening.
I think
Banana
this will end up on
There's a lot
2-0.
of part that goes into the playstyle of the teams because you have Legacy that use a lot of utility. If we go a bit more specific, in Banana,
Wonderful's
so
an
in Karg,
MVP.
in Sandbags, in Pool, in that hot area, and the game style of Navi is send Makaze first, stay in that area no matter what happens, and then get flash, get naded, and then good luck, get the kills. But
What will you do?
Into that,
Whatever
then
milk
Makaze
I
just
drink.
gets obliterated. There is nothing you can do because what are you going to do with 20 HP, if being flashed, being mullied? And out of
What
your
kind of
position? It's
questions
something that you, can
you
really
guys
do,
are
and that's the only
asking
gear
me?
to have in their Banana defense for Navi. Once Legacy realized that, they're just pounding on that. Then Navi has to play with 3 guys on Banana. Then they just go for ab stack or whatever it is and playing towards A. And that was game over at that point. So, yeah, I'm not so surprised that the style like that made such a difference. I didn't expect it to that extent. But yeah, it was a bit expected. Makaze has always been struggling on Inferno as well. That's also a truth, where he has never been really very, very impactful on that map. However, Ancient. This is probably Makaze's best map by far. Like, he is the one that is really carrying the team, always getting the openings, always being very proactive. And that's probably going to be a very different story for Legacy.
That'll be interesting to see the bounce back. But before we get to Ancient, a little bit more time spent here on the Inferno, in particular, Dumao, right? Because you could say, okay, Inferno's a tough map to take space, to be an entry, to take that ground towards Banana, you get pelted by nades, all those things. Dumao showed that you could do it quite effectively, actually, on the other side of the table.
22 rounds of Counter-Strike. Dumao was involved in 11 opening duels in this game, and he won 9 of those. That is unheard of. That is outrageous. That's like watching Stewie 2K back in the day on steroids. You know,
Not
being
now.
involved in pretty much anything that
I
went
can come on
in the
Discord.
game and having such a high success rate as well, getting it done against Mikasa, getting it
I
done
can
against
break
Navi.
the
That
rules
was super
of
impressive.
EWC.
The combination of him and Try, Try being a little bit more laid back, being able to come into the clutch scenarios, being able to have the AWP and being a stronghold, just placing your crosshair sometimes with the AWP and wait for people to run into it.
No guys, I'm not that big. It's just the rules that don't allow me to add someone.
The game, the way they kind of helped out each other and enabled each other, that was a big part of the reason why Legacy were looking so
I can't
good
let
in
your voice come
We've
on
got a
the
comparison
stream.
graphic here, a head-to-head between Try and Wonderful, because they were so much of that through thread coming through on this map. What did you see from the Aubers, Nathan?
Efficiency. And I think that's very often something that is a bit underrated. It's not all about the stats, not about, I mean, they have both, right? They have the multi kills, they have the stat, they have everything. But the efficiency of getting those critical kills with the AWP when you have to hold the angle, let's say you want to go into Banana, go into the B-bomb site and you're holding city spawn with the AWP. If you get that kill, that changes the dynamic completely. Like, you just get a free bomb site, and sometimes just one kill makes the whole difference as an AWPer. And you can see that both of them had everything, especially Wonderful, obviously the ace.
We can go to Paris if EWC invites me.
Just exists. We weren't
There's
sure,
not a
especially
chance that
how
EWC would
efficient they were gonna
invite
be with
me.
the AWP and how much impact they were going to have. We had both players very present and very active for the teams. And I don't know about you guys, but I love AWP duels. I love them just fighting to death, and we're having this series.
I have a question for you, Jacob specifically. We built this up in the pregame, right? Blade with time to prepare for a match should be excellent. That's what we expect from Navi. Well, Inferno they played in their last 2 outings, so that should be
That's
expected.
not
They've also
easy
played a lot of Ancient in
to
this
set
series,
up
so that
with
should be expected.
EWC.
But based on what we saw from the Inferno, are you worried about
Bro,
Navi
your
in the
audio
overall
is
picture?
coming low.
A
Wait.
little bit, knowing that they've already lost Ancient to the Mongols at this tournament, didn't necessarily look too good in that game.
Is it okay now? Now I
think
think it should be
big part of
great.
why Navi have been successful on Inferno lately is the fact that Mikasa figured out a
Now
way
my
to play live
voice
with, a
should
couple of months
be
ago, it kinda
okay.
clicked for him and he
Is
was
it okay?
very much involved in Navi being great on Inferno. This game he went 1 for 7 in opening duels, were nowhere to be found, and whether you want it or not, I agree with you. I think Mikasa is maybe the most
Guys,
important
don't
player
forget
in
to
the
like
camp,
if you're
because
watching.
If he's not successful, if he's not opening up the rounds, then who is within that camp? Ima were trying to do it, and will also try to help out in that department, but I think Mikasa is the most impactful player and the guy who's always placed at the center of the map. So whether that comes down to preparation, whether that comes to Mikasa having a
No
game off,
voice.
I'm not too
A
sure
bit
about
okay,
it.
okay.
Again, heading into Ancient,
No
Navi's
voice?
team, I'd expect Mikasa to bounce back. He's relatively experienced now. He's been there before.
Eh?
So
No voice?
I expect a better playing Navi.
Guys.
A better playing Navi should be able to
Hello?
win Ancient against Legacy.
Yeah, it is Makaze's playground. Like, a lot of players, I know for fact, are watching his team.
No voice of
EWC
EWC video.
How to be impactful and get those multi kills and how to be supported.
Is it okay now?
Yes. he's going to be a different player, I have no doubt. If he doesn't anyway, NAVI is out. Like, there's no debate about that. Like, he is the center guy for them on that map.
I think now the audio and my voice both are
On
balanced.
Ancient, it's very hard to have impact as an AWPer. If you have a very good AWPer and Makaze, this should be a done deal. Like, they're the better team, as you said, and I don't see Legacy really threatening them, and then hopefully going into a cash for the first time.
I would love to see it. I really want to see what Navi's cash looks like. But our analyst has set it up nicely, Makaze. It's all on your shoulders. No pressure. When we come back with Ancient after this
Okay,
break.
thank you. No voice of video. ZK is my voice player and the audio too.
Play is in
Because this all are my friends. I don't know if
Whenever
they're.
we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by play.
My audio and the EWC watch. Do you hear the audio for the EWC? Not mine. Oi! Who gave timeout? They? Why did you just give him a timeout?
Tied up 2-2, and now it has to be the eco.
Double voice coming.
That wasn't anywhere near as close as it felt like it should have been, so that diffused miles off. The post-plant setup was very fragile as well. They did a good job putting up resistance on the way in. Important trade, sure, but way too late. And Carrigan will take that clutch next to his name. Mid goes Blitz with the dig. This is just the eco. Long control has been taken from Falcons, but Blitz might make this a bit more interesting. High flash, not dodged, and Carrigan will farm him up with the SMG, doing some of his best work in the series with that. Moving towards lower, right in the pocket. Darkmeister brought down to 40. And unfortunately, for Mongols fans in the building,
my voice is coming clear. I just checked it.
Darkmeister finds another 3v4.
Audio's clear. There's nothing in the audio.
With that kill, and
it's from your side, they. And just don't give timeouts to anyone. I'll remove you from the moderator.
We'll turn tail, tuck, Tikuak, low and late. Gone. Not forgotten. Nice find from Kioske. Should secure the round.
Yeah, hold on to these. Maybe not so much the Mac 10, but definitely the AK. And it's a long season ahead for the Mongols, right? They're in a different conversation than that of the EU teams, right? They're without a doubt the best team in the region. Up next is who? Tyloo, Lin Vision. Dare I say FlyQuest? So for the Mongols, for them, it's just about becoming a top-tier contender again after this reshuffle. Mzinho deciding to go over to
There's
BCG,
still 4 minutes for the next match. Oh yeah, there's a match of Falcons.
Another rebuild.
I wish Falcons
drawing
win.
conclusions about these new additions in the early stages. It's early in the season. That's what happens. We come
That's
out of the
not
break,
funny.
everyone
They.
playing musical chairs.
Yeah, and we
I
talk
don't
about
like
land
it.
legs, you know, sea legs. It's the same thing, the same concept where over time you will get more familiar with this environment. For the Falcons roster, this is just another day. Oh, what's that? We're in the shuttle, we're packing our bag, keyboard and mouse plugged in. An awesome crowd in front of you to play your favorite
I wish
video game.
Falcons win.
For the Mongols, perhaps it's still a little fresh for the two new names. Not that it's affecting their gameplay. Yeah, I mean, you know, we've seen output from them in every game so far. It's not like they've disappeared.
No, but I just think there's quite a contrast from playing local LAN Cafe Mongolian Counter-Strike and international Counter-Strike.
That too. Yeah, the brand of Counter-Strike you're up against is a completely different category.
Let's see if they can find the opener on this rifle round.
I do love this setup. It feels like it's always good to disrupt this short control default. Like, Kioske, if he mantles up, he's a dead man.
I'll let you guys watch the Falcons game.
Okay, at least you've
I won't take so too much.
Cost you Nico's entire health.
He can play the lurk now. They're out long. Damage done.
Yeah. Oh, just about. Last bullet finds Tessus. m0NESY with a quick flick onto the Ticklewack swing. Big fight for Darkmeister. Oh, and he's not unable to provide lethality.
Nameplate Counter-Strike, long defender and mid to B player dead.
Techno's advancing. You're not ready for an off angle like this. Look at Nico getting value out of his low HP. He plays an off angle, and it's just accounting on a lazy clear from Techno, which he doesn't get. That's an important one from Techno.
Bad information, because he might think upper tunnel's now clear, and we can see the reroute. We're on board with the bomb, and m0NESY making their way through the backyard.
Mid to B smoke as well is threatening. It's going to cut rotations.
It's all on Techno.
Just one man. Does have the AK-47, that one bullet headshot potential. And with m0NESY behind Carrigan, it's not an easy trade. It would have to be some quick scope. How does he play this? First clean. Carrigan goes down. m0NESY needs to get this fight, and he does provide just in time. Time is of the essence. Oh, dinked on the cross, but just enough time for that plant. 9-10 ahead of the play. No flash. Blitz just an incendiary. He's the low HP player. Surely he should go fast, and 9-10's gone. A quick flick of the wrist from the yellow flash, and Kioske closes.
Okay, buzzer beater right there. A real opportunity for the Mongols. Back and forth that one went. And that clock real low.
Make no mistake, that was...
Yeah.
Like, Techno did well.
This is a high cortisol moment for the Falcons. Don't you worry about that. This breaker and... back underway. 9-10 with the AWP. m0NESY posted up. Decoy to try and bait that cross, and Darkmeister, I like it. Flirting with the aggression, at least keeping the options open. They know they can't just give all the space to Falcons.
You can't stay there forever, can you? 9-10's on this boost, and will stick around on his roost for the first. Clean. Just what you want to see from your CT AWP. Moves Kioske from the pack. Out mid, Carrigan already burrows forward. Blitz on the clear. m0NESY's holding that line, and so limiting Blitz's movement.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Qiddiya City, powered by play.
What do you think, guys, now that will NAVI end up winning this match? From my side, I think NAVI could clutch up if they play like
that's oozing confidence was able to dismantle
how they had played in the attackers.
For a majority of
there is a
map,
chance
like
lost,
dazed and
they could win.
We're able to swing it a little bit back in their favor towards the end of the map, but at the end of the day, it wasn't really convincing. It was still Legacy dominating their opponent. But now we look towards Ancient. Now there's a different layout. We are on the NAVI's map pick. And Anthony, I don't know. I don't know what this Navi roster is bringing to the table right now. It was a quiet game for a lot of players over there. Wonderful being the big name to step up. Multiple clutches, an ace, a 4K, multi-kills, honestly, everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that Navi will win?
Didn't show up for most of that map. Imma, they did start to build some steam towards the end.
Navi or Legacy? Navi or
But where does it
Legacy?
make Navi lie? How does the contention still lie in their favor as we look towards the potential of a quarterfinal?
I think like there's
Legacy.
a
This is also a
40%
Legacy
chance.
roster that has
Yeah,
an
anything could
advantage
happen.
in
Like
the series right now.
we
Again,
don't
2-1
know.
within their
There was
previous
0
matchup,
on 4, but
all gonna come down to this.
Navi just clutched up
Navi
on
need to put
the
their best foot
attackers.
forward, or they could
They were bad
falter
on defense,
right at
but
the last step.
they came
Like
good
you said, Legacy
in attacking.
dismantling Navi, but again,
So
the
there
pillar of success.
could be anything happening in it.
24-14, 1.61.
But
rating. The man did
from my
everything he
point
could.
of view, like
Everything
I
he could.
think
mean,
Navi
again,
could
there was a little
win
bit of swing
the
back in
attacking
that
rounds,
direction,
but
it was never really capitalized.
don't
But this
know about
map,
defense.
Navi's map pick, it's
The
ancient.
defense is
This
just
is
weak.
where Wonderful can really, really shine and put these kills to good use because it's all uphill from here. It has to be the comeback. It's now or never. And do you make it to the next
If
step?
Legacy wins this, you all need to
Legacy
like
will
and
look to
subscribe,
put
guys.
A quick close on this series, starting on the CT side. Dumao already
The
into
B is
action,
empty.
Flashed off. Makaze and Emma make the most of it. 2 kills in through mid, an A-bomb side that's wide open. Bomb not with the rest of their team yet. But
Who has
Legacy
the
already
bomb?
completely disrupted on their defensive stance.
I think the bomb's been dropped on the mid.
Themselves over towards, good
Nice
shot.
shot.
Try. Maybe a little more here from the Lotto with the duel. He finds
Good
one,
shot,
two,
good
and he
shot.
makes a pair out of nowheres. Somehow, some way, again, Legacy find themselves in the man advantage. Maybe not for much longer
bro.
here, as it's now down to just Nissim. 1 on 2. No armor, no kit, no utility, and only a little bit of a chance at this one.
Still hope for him. He could segregate the fights. Pushing closer. Bit's not going to be clearing the angle just yet, but does make Nissim fire a shot. Smoke goes out to block off the cave. Alexi still in the backside. 1 kill already falls. Only needs a headshot. Has to fall back. Has to reload. Alexi B. On it!
Wow, that's a good clutch, guys.
Oh, and waves goodbye
Good
to the
clutch by Nissim.
opposition. Legacy not holding up at all. Legacy still on fire. What a way to close in the pistol round. It went perfectly for Navi. Everything was in their favor. You just can't stop
I didn't
Nissim.
think that Nissim could
I
just.
had hope. I had faith, and it felt like Navi were there. They were right there, and
Great
they
clutch.
just got hit with the most. It wasn't even like it was a clean pistol take. It was a little messy on both sides, and Nism at least getting that first kill off towards Bit with that smoke, at least pushing him out. Then he divides it, gets some space, and puts that range.
There
on
was a
the USP to
50-50
good use.
chance
Alexi
that
was still fighting
Nissim
out,
could
like,
just
he had to either
win.
take that fight immediately or fall back and just wait for another push-up because you can still play the time there.
Yeah, there was
Nissim
no
had
real
to
reason
reload.
for him to commit to it.
Oh, a
He just
stressful
chased the kill.
situation. It's hard to make those quick second decisions, but either way, this is an Navi roster now that is going to be on the pistols. Obviously, the buy comes in as the bomb was planted. But rifles all over the screens for the side of Legacy.
There's
Mid not being contested. So Navi will start to push out. Navi will start to get a bit of information towards that
Navi
area.
has to push out. Like they have to.
Still play it slow.
Art gonna try and buy himself some time with the FAMAS. Obviously, you don't ever
Now he
really
has to
wanna be
get
face to
10
face
until 30
in
seconds,
caves with
otherwise
the
they
Tech
will
Nines or
end up
Mac Devs.
losing the round.
But he's going to stick around. He's going to try and challenge position at least a little while longer while the rest of Navi kind of scatter to the wind here. Starting to kind of focus a little heavier on that A side, making it up through A main while Bit. He's going to dump some utility. And he's going to maybe pull over a player, and this
They're
is good
ending up on
timing.
A.
If Navi continue to walk out quietly, but try with a good re-peek there, doesn't quite give up his position until Wonderful, of course, she
Wonderful
strikes him.
has the bomb.
The M4 coming through and Nissim with a nice little
Bomb
3K,
drop.
shuts it down, drops the bomb carrier, and now it's down to Navi to try and scavenge another round.
Nah, just save it. We got 12 seconds. Maybe some damage. Alexi B swings
This
in.
should just save
Let's
it.
find
Like,
himself a kill. So at least you can write home about that. We got 2 kills on the round. End of the day, though. Nissim wants to close this. Nissim on a very, very hot start in the first 2 rounds. Credit to Wonderful. It was a good shot and try. He did create the space. There was
wait,
a bit of
did
a gap
Nissim
there,
got
but
3?
no capitalization.
Navi, again, we're in a good position to have that B site, but this
Nissim's on
about
5
a step or
on
2
0.
apart,
That's
where the Tech9s couldn't
wow.
really get it right, and it was easy enough for that M4 to quite tactically transfer.
Once again on pistols, this time only 1 player with armor. Or might be able to line up 2 here. Spot the shoulder, they swing into him.
Nice.
That's easy shots for him. No need to worry. Should just be a cleanup round. No pressure on Legacy at all.
I think they did. He
Already
doesn't
down to
know
just
that
the
there are
IGL. His
2
position
people
given up
standing in
because
front of
he
me.
switched over to the Tech9. And
Nice.
he is swiftly taken care of. And once again, Legacy. Are they
It was
going to be able
packed
to
from all
continue
the
strong
sides.
start like they did on the previous map? That's what it comes down to, because the buy is going to be out. There is no op for Wonderful, but AK's utility all across the
Navi
board.
is losing their
First real
attacking.
test.
It will be an opless test for both sides. Obviously, try going to stick with this muscle.
Thought like they are good on attacking. Their attacking is
Lightly
good
invested round for this
rather
CT
than
side.
defending. But
Obviously, mid is always going to be
I
a focal
doubt it
point
now.
on this map, and I don't think that will ever change. Navi smoking, molling, nade, flashing, everything coming to a head here, and try spamming through with the FAMAS. Of course, he gets 1. Throws off a
Spam
little bit
was
of
good.
utility to his teammate. They look to rally back into mid once more.
there was
think
Wonderful
Alexi's still
standing there, but
Want to try to keep
didn't
pressure on
get
mid.
it.
That's where Wonderful brought down low. Bit is in a position to even up the numbers. In terms of the health department, Navi definitely worse for wear. Makaze creeping up for Red Room. Gives them good positioning of the round. Try
they're just
very
throwing
obviously
nades
aware
on the
of the
side.
situation being a possibility. Now
The
they
nades
appear to be
didn't do
bomb safe. They start
anything.
to work over towards A.
If they go towards A, like that's a good idea for Navi right now, as there are 3 players on B.
The low HP on him.
It's not a good idea
And
to
see
just
Wonderful in.
go
Have
on
to
B
figure the rest of the team is in towards
to
Donut,
commit
if
B.
not behind him.
Nice.
First kill very easy for him. That's exactly what happened. Smokes off himself to
What
just
did this
stay alive for a
Nissim
moment.
8?
Molotov does land on the bomb. Bit has to reposition. Brought down to just 7.
Bit 7
Bomb
HP.
not able to be planted yet. Nissim pushes
Bits
through.
down.
And one by
Makaze.
one, Lexi start to make the bodies drop. Makaze is all that remains. Fights towards CT. A double
Nice
shot,
trade.
however, allows Legacy to keep the round alive with 1 player remaining. 4-0 start. Money very well in their favor.
9-map bomb plant's huge, actually.
Yeah.
It's going to put Navi in such a position now. They got to make the
What the
choice.
hell just happened
And
in
it does
the
seem
time,
they're
like
with at least
half time?
1 rifle try. He's on the op because the round was
Navi
free
is
for
just
them.
ending
It
up
was
so
5
bad
lives
right now.
round prior, so the investment not necessary. And still with everyone close to, if not damn near, 2 to 3 grand left over for Legacy Squad. NAVI, on the flip side, have decided to make it a little bit of a hero play. And so on Makaze, he's got the AK. He's trying to force it up towards mid.
Nice play.
Gets clotheslined.
Unfortunate. Now expected the pressure. Takes the AK out of the hands of the T's for a moment. Imma is able to recover it. Nissim doesn't want to fight into Donut anymore. He falls back towards the A bomb site.
All
Meanwhile,
4 are on mid.
stack up a 2 CTs, make it 3.
Make it 4,
Makes
guys.
noise in towards Donut. Smokes come in. Nissim, all he needs to do is find 1 here. Keep his team
There's
alive
only
for a
1.
moment. Alexi
There's
tapped
only
away.
no.
He's traded back. Oh, beautiful shot from Try. And
Nice
as the bomb
shot.
gets planted, it's still denied.
Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one.
Make headway into it. Of course, it was.
Good round. Good round.
Not around with the greatest buy. But still, you find yourself
The
in pole
op
position,
shot
so at
was
least trying to
crazy.
get that bomb planted, and Legacy continues to deny it.
I mean, this is feeling like Inferno. This is actually the same kind of Inferno start. 5-0 Legacy.
Try is just giving me the reminder of Judo 10 from Valorant GE. He's just reminding of Judo 10.
Who currently right now hasn't really had to do too much. You got Dumao at 9-1.
They just op so good. Try and Judo 10.
Providing 75% of your kills already.
Hey, you don't need to do anything else, man. I mean, if they're going to be the ones to get challenged and get the kills, let it be.
Yeah.
Of course, Dumao going to be doing good on that mid angle the entirety of the CT side. Very comfortable there. And again, the most important thing is just denying these bomb plants. You're giving Navi no room for error. Op is out for Wonderful.
We're actually seeing Legacy play off each other really, really well when Sight takes in that defensive hold.
Bro, that grenade from the spawn.
In through main. Good information can be gathered there.
Crazy grenade, guys. The grenade from the spawn. Towards B side.
I'm playing very passive this time around. You still have the pressure towards the B extremities.
That point up.
Well, compared to other, not even really looking towards mid. A group up finally happens.
There's 3 players tagged on B. They should go on.
But again, aggression
A.
from Nissim, it kind of leaves Legacy to have a lot of suspicions towards this B bomb site.
Why are they going B?
Smoke in. Make that space early on. Gonna tuck in. Art first to fall, but Dumao finds one. Lotto with a quick trade as well. He goes unchecked towards Bucket, and Wonderful at least.
Nice. Dumao just did the work.
He's now gonna be sent backpedaling. Nissim on the flank. This is gonna be huge. This is gonna be the play. He should be able to spot out the head of Wonderful. And he does.
Nice. One more there. One more there.
It's just Makaze last alive. 1-on-3. He's gonna jump around towards mid. Maybe make his way towards Donut, and he might be allowed
going
to
on
plant.
A.
They'll just kind of let this happen.
He
as
might,
they gather up and try and play this one safe. Don't give him the 1v1s. This isn't a man you want to let have that 1v1. And it's starting to get a little bit sketchy here, but he shouldn't suspect his second
Nice.
behind. Lotto
I was
out.
thinking about it, like if
6-0
they
right now.
just come on 1v1s.
What is happening to this Navi squad?
It's still early within the days of Ancient, but you have a point. It's a very strong-looking Legacy at the end of the day. That's the most important thing.
He's so good on
Legacy
1v1.
in terms of firepower, outmatching Navi. Legacy, in terms of working around the map, from the beginning of this game so far, outpacing Navi. But it's not going to stop Navi Nation from making a bit of noise for their team, as there's still a fighting chance. Halfway through the first half, maybe now is the time to find impact.
Feel like this is kind of
There's
all coming
2
to an
people
end.
holding
If
on
it's
mid.
not now, when will it be? Nade flashes towards mid once again. Navi don't want to continue to challenge it and give up the bodies. Instead, they will just kind of regroup towards that bottom ramp position.
They're regrouping on B.
Towards Bucket coming up empty, but Try almost being able to catch some vision on a player, but instead he himself is going to end up catching a few strays to the knees.
Navi working their way up the B ramp. 2 CTs in the caves.
They are on A.
Late.
They are on
Brings Wonderful
B.
down low. Has to push forward into the site. Should be caught out momentarily. Art does spray
Good.
through the smoke. Trade one back into Mao as a rotation that just can't land the damage in time. So low on both Wonderful and Alexi B. Spray through doesn't quite catch anyone out. Buying time for rotation.
The spray was so good, but
the rest of Legacy
it was a bit right.
Appears to just be the save unless Art can really make some
Whoa!
impact. 1 kill.
Bro, that spray from the wall.
Stick around, a player or two is left is very low.
They
on
won't
HP,
be able
so
to.
one more kill could be found. Instead of backstab. And a Legacy save for the remaining 2 players. Finally, a first round on the board for Navi.
Finally,
And maybe
first round for
bolster
Navi.
a bit more confidence below them.
As Emma actually does get put down from the
That
bomb.
spray by the wall was so good, guys.
Op still kicking around, obviously, on Wonderful. AK on top, but still enter the loss bonus, the bomb plant. At least
That's the spray I'm talking about, guys. The spray that Art gave.
well enough, anyways, to get some rifles still going around. It will be a downgrade for Bit, but other than that, things are looking up.
There's a party sneaking up on A.
The Jaguar.
Nisim's on A.
Looking if any more aggression does come through. It is only Makaze here, though. Oh, thought he cleared it, but not quite. Just missed it. A side now starts
They're
to
not
get through.
clearing the angle.
Whoa! Spray. Dumau able to back up from CT. And it's just Alexi in mid. Again, just not able to stop the individuals on Legacy. You have to trade the player in Dona as soon as that happens. Nissim should not be able to get 2 every time a push comes into that bomb site.
I mean, Dumau and Nissim alone, 23 and 6.
Nissim's saving.
What do you do? Those 2 combined have more than the entire team of Navi.
One of the players showed just rush on him, like at least 2 of them. Like he's so good at 1v1.
The player in mid is spraying you through smokes. Hope to be a ramp, I guess.
And even at that point, you still have to somehow navigate around.
Yes, that's the reason I'll say like spray and pray when you need.
So even if you do manage to take out Dumau and Nissim, they still have Try on up.
And Lotto's not even.
Oh wait, I just spoke it
so
wrong.
You've just been relaxing.
It's a pray and spray.
That's just, oh yes.
I just said spray and pray.
One, maybe more here.
I told you he's so good at 1v1. Why are they just giving him 1v1s?
They won't be able to take that last rifle away, but it is going to be a 6-round lead for Legacy.
They both were going to fight him, but they didn't just go together. They were just like one by one. Just spray transfer by Nissim.
It's just Nissim being a turret on the A bomb site right now. Unbreakable will. As Emma does gain space in through mid once more.
They are on the save round, like.
Doesn't spawn anyone. Instead, it's Nissim to just get a wild spray through it.
Of course.
Emma goes
Nissim's
down.
spray are so good, guys.
Out of the hands of Navi.
Oh, this smoke break might hurt, but no. Secondary smoke deep from Navi. Blocks the vision of Try as they will
They are ending on a
test
B.
out the B site this time around, knowing that maybe they can avoid Nism and the AK, but they are going to have to be met with
There's art on B.
solo defender while the rest of the team slowly making its way through mid.
Oh, there's a flank. There's a flank.
Raising some red flags, and here they
Nissim's on flank.
Space start clearing, but it's Dumau on the quick rotate spray.
He has to get there quickly.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Trades overall, but it is Makaze last alive and Nism from behind. And
Great
it's just
flank,
good
guys.
heads up reads from Legacy. They play for some information, they slow play it, they realize it, and Navi just aren't adjusting well enough.
Navi is trying to play slow but is ending on a.
Timeout called for Navi, the second so far.
They're trying to play slow but ending on a dying.
You have to talk some life into this team if you're Blade. You have to try to get some sort of ball rolling, and credit to Navi. Every time they've taken a timeout so far, they've done quite well.
And Legacy is just not giving them peaks. They are just waiting for them to come on the side.
I don't even think a little bit of confidence would go far enough to do much of anything, change any sort of result.
mean, I don't know what's. I mean, confidence can get you so far, right?
Well, also raw aim and killing your opponents every time they're on your screen gets you pretty far too.
Obvious, yeah, and that's exactly what we're seeing Dumao and Nizam. They're just completely controlling Navi. Whatever pace Navi throws at them, they answer abruptly, quickly, and deadly.
Art sets up a nade. Will land straight onto Alexi. That combined with a wallbang brings him
The
down.
nade was good.
On. And again, you just see the discomfort on this Navi side.
Bro, this spray that he gives.
Still a moment on that.
He just
smoke,
crossed.
So no gunfight to be found. The CTs fall back afterwards. Now sets up a nade for try. No one in the sidelines.
Well, who else other than Nizam to get himself a kill? The low HP
LA
player for Navi
is
out of
gone.
it. Man advantage for Legacy and make it 2. Art finds one off towards Wonderful. And now, again, they reposition. We're seeing very reactive movements from Legacy. They get a kill. They're perfectly fine with that.
They're
They don't always
repositioning
have to
on
force the issue, and I feel like that's
A.
why they constantly maintain this control.
Where's the bomb?
We're not seeing them get overzealous and
Bit
push into
says the
something they
bomb.
don't necessarily need to. Bit recovers the bomb. I mean, it's going to be a long push towards that A site, especially when you still have Nizam on big box. He finds one, of course he does. You're not going to expect a close angle.
As expected, Bit is
What you got here?
so far away. Now we can't do
You
anything.
gotta save. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think so, Donnie. I think so. That's
We
why
should
they pay
save.
you $100.
They're
That's
low
another
on
round on the
credits.
board for Legacy. 9-1 to start this.
It's
Navi
a half
will have a tattered bye going into
It's
this.
a half time.
How are we feeling about Cash?
I think it's a half time.
You know, it's a possibility. It is
There's
it
a
is
long
a
answer.
third map of a series.
Yeah, yeah. It would. I mean, I would.
If
love to
Legacy
see
will
the Navi we're
win
currently
this
seeing
match,
giving me
then
any
there is
confidence
no
in this roster.
decider. It's a
You
clear
can't
2-0.
beat the Brazilians bronze, no matter how much brains you throw against them. Legacy are dismantling you, but Nizam getting taken out first is absolutely huge for Navi. Maybe a chance to try to get something done, but you're not expecting the offer so close by. Try immediately answers. Smoke goes down, delays the push. Navi forced to fall back into mid and rethink.
I didn't expect Bit there.
Good kill from Bit. Leaves it wide open here, but Art could be able to strike back, but Lexi B finding himself a kill. And
This
it does
round's
seem
not.
like Navi might be able to.
They
quite
won't be able to
possibly
clutch up.
Put a second one on the board before this one comes to.
I am
got
don't know. I am don't know.
at least
I am
a pair
doesn't
of
know
rounds
that
left here for
they are
this one.
going from behind.
Dumao, they're gonna search around, maybe look for some extra rifles, and they spot Wonderful as he jumped across. He had to.
Yeah, I do believe he did.
Both are
As you said, trying to
pushing
take the guns out of
together.
the hands. At the end of the day, you know it's a round you're not going to win. Let's not worry too much
If
about
they
that.
won't win, they should not
Tries getting
push
really
out.
aggressive. A bold play to take the guns out of the hands. And has to try to fall back, but Wonderful does close it out. Once again, a late show of life for Navi.
They should have saved. Like they have credits to buy in the next round, but still.
Feel like I was right.
9-3 or 8-4.
Pretty
Nice
much
try.
similar score lines what we're seeing. We did see Navi come alive in second half. Again, all off the back of.
Yeah, Navi is playing good in second half.
Right now is, excuse me,
10.
As per now, if Navi plays the same, then they could
we
win.
didn't think we'd be saying it's currently 1 in 10.
Bro, that needs.
Well, he gets out through mid, gets a backstab on Art, tries to double up onto Dumao, but instead Dumao finds two for himself. 3-on-3. This is the first time Navi's successfully fought through mid.
Nissim's
Got
playing
the
great.
to get the space.
He's
Not
doing
Jordan
well.
Wright, I think.
Try gets curious towards the bottom of the ramp, but decides better of it. That is where the rotation of the remaining Navi players is going towards. So the sub definitely in good position to find impact.
He's holding a good position. He will get the frag, like
starts to clear through.
the first one, if they enter from there.
I mean, not there for either one to see each other.
They could end up from mid to A, or no, they could end up on B from mid.
Do really wherever they want. Try starts to push down. We'll have a timing on wonderful. The scope.
Nice shot.
And of course it is.
I was just thinking that he just
look towards mid once more, but
he could just end up dying.
Like, still biding his time in donut.
This is a good hold.
Spray.
One more.
Easy.
Nice spray.
That's two. It's another 10-2 half in favor of Legacy, and nothing can stop the steamroller that they are currently bringing to the game.
This Legacy squad is just looking.
This is the same situation as the first map.
Map 2, map 1, it was a 7-round lead. I mean, Navi again had something coming back into
this map's better for Legacy, like they are on
the tank's empty.
10-2, but on the last one they were on 7-2.
Easily been able to counter or at least stop them in the very next round anyway.
Before the
well, if ever a time to play your full hand, it's now.
Side switch.
It is literally do or die.
Before the halftime they were 7-2 and now they are 10-2. Legacy is doing great.
There's trades in mid.
They could end up on winning.
Up, but at least you're getting into the even gunfight afterwards. They just walk perfectly
but like the last match,
the patience
we don't just expect like Navi is gonna take
and maybe the start of
the
final half for Navi here in Paris. As Legacy already stationed outside of B. Smoke Molotov.
Great shot.
Clean headshot to open up. Won't find anything more after that. Dual Beretta's
nice.
For it, but Nisum
the trade was great, like from Navi.
Already. Trades out for the Dual Berettas. Him and the bomb are gonna have a path to the A bomb site. There's a rotation in
they
there.
have to fast on A.
Might be able to play spoiler, but Nisum.
Alex is already nice shot.
It's all up to Bit. No kid
bro, his headshots are crazy.
Armor, 2 kills in the round.
They're so clean.
Nisum's ready for it. And all Tri has to do is play passively. Pushing through cave.
Nisum's so locked in.
Big catches him off.
Wait, nah, bro.
And now the one-on-one.
Hell nah.
There is a smoke to play with for Bit, but once again, no kit. Smoke goes down. Not going to fully cover him. Tries to tap away at his head, and that's exactly how it ends.
I thought they could just won the round.
Impact cannot be understated. 21-5.
Same way it starts every round is with this man. It starts and it ends with him. Nisum is just lights out against this squad.
That's short.
He's here when you need him, and if you're Navi, there's nothing left at this point that can stop this man, other than all 5 swinging, and we see, I mean, they're having fun. The expressions tell you everything you need to know. And, I mean, again, when 3/5 of your team doesn't really have to show up to the map.
That nade just did a lot of damage.
Already, Nisum and Art look towards A. A grouping of CTs there.
The smoke grenade not back. Good. I am holding a good position in mid.
Redirect into mid.
If they don't check the corner, they could end up dying from IM.
In the mid corner, Molotov will eventually force him out, spraying down.
Nice.
Good for at least one. Now also,
good grenade.
Quite a bit of damage on him.
For clearing the angle.
So these pistols become all the more viable in that moment.
Bit rotating. Maybe a little too early. Thankfully enough, close by to hear that utility start hitting. He's going to stick around for a little bit. Hold the long angle, but the bait and switch led by who else? The Nisum. going to be able to push up towards site. Lotto at least finds
Good
himself
spray.
a kill. Brings it back into advantage, unless Wonderful with this deal can make something really, really happen. But more than just a single kill is going to be needed at the rate this is going. Nisum playing just a deadly angle with this mag
Dumao is
10,
the one
and he
shot.
should be able to, again, come up huge if his name is called upon.
Backed up by Dumao as well. Bomb gets to get planted. Dumao an easy spray.
Nice.
Double up. Wonderful finds one, but Nisum jumps right around that corner.
22 HP clutch
It's
from
series
Dumao.
point, 12-2. Navi absolutely getting dismantled. And I got good news and bad for you news if you're a Navi fan. Good news. You got a timeout coming in. You got one last try at this. You're not eliminated yet. I got bad news. Pie's not great. You're down 10 rounds. This is potential elimination. This is your key getting crushed. And now you have to play flawlessly through not only 10 rounds of regulation, an overtime that would come in this magical situation.
Like,
where somehow
there's
Navi's
no
able to pull
chance
through.
of Navi getting a comeback, but if Navi gets a comeback, this would be the greatest comeback ever.
But how much longer are they going to be able to stick around here with this showing from Legacy? We thought we were gonna have a good day of seeing Cash. We thought it was gonna be a map freeze scenario.
I don't think anyone expected this.
No.
Nisum's
Maybe
doing
2-0
so
if you're
great
really a
on this
fan of
map.
Legacy, but
Not
Rather
a-
than the last map.
crashing.
A potential 13-2. Nisum 22-5.
That,
spot
yes,
out.
that's
It's just gonna
that.
be a fast push.
22-5.
Delayed by the smoke
That's
for a
crazy.
moment. But Legacy still want to follow through. They find nothing in the spray. through the
Nassim's
smoke,
damaged.
So rethink their plan.
He's
fall back a
dropped
bit.
down on 60 HP.
The smoke's about to fade. It seems like they might do this once
Lato
more.
is on
Clearing towards Donut.
B.
No one watching for this main push.
He's
Molotov,
holding the
smokes, clear out the
B
space.
outside.
The main
He's
point of
holding
contention will
outside
be
B.
wonderful on the FAMAS as well as Makaze and Deagle. Art doing some damage. Smoke goes down into Donut. No impact found by those players.
Nice
Sprayed
spray.
through the smoke. It's only a matter of time. The bomb begins to get planted. A swing from the temple keeps it competitive, but Art does good, and now a one-on-one. Lotto, a name
101.
that we haven't had to say much. In through mid. And he's against
What just
Makaze.
happened, guys? Just
Does have an angle on this bomb. That's the bright side for him.
that's crazy. The spray they gave.
Good armor on Lotto. Multiple shots needed to take him out. Meanwhile, Makaze brought down.
He
Lotto
has
for
a
the will to be
HP
impactful
advantage, but
to the head. Reposition into main.
know what could have
Lotto
happened.
pushes away out, makes noise. Makaze swings and the spray comes through. A
GG's.
13-2 Navi stunned as they are
I told you Legacy is gonna
from the
win.
Esports World Cup.
Shocking upsets here at
GG's.
the Esports World Cup as the first ever
Legacy is
organization
the
to win
winner.
the trophy are eliminated in the first round of playoffs. NAVI
I'm
will
happy
not have
I
a chance to
supported
gain a second
Legacy,
title here. They are done.
but feeling
They
bad
vote
for
down,
Navi.
and
Like
it comes at the hands of Legacy.
they played good, but not that good.
One thing is progressing, one thing is moving on, you know, and knocking out Navi, but to do it in this fashion, Mike, where you basically just smoked Navi off the server. It wasn't even a game. I'm not gonna stand here and pretend that there were certain rounds that
Nissim
could've changed
just
the outcome.
went
Navi got a
crazy.
little bit unlucky on the first map, maybe could have got going on the second. Nathan, we're looking at a game
If
where
they
there
show
was only
his
one team
stat,
on the server,
just
and to
check
be
out his
completely honest,
stat. He just
I
went
thought it was going to be
crazy.
a 2-0, but not Legacy winning 2-0 in this fashion.
Hey, that was a clear 2-0. You called it just the other way around. Yeah. No, we wanted some servers to some players to show up on the server in a specific way. The problem is nobody showed up on Navi's side. There was not a single player that was here to like raise the bar, to just give him a chance like we saw yesterday in Mouse. They had a terrible T side. One player stepped up at the very least to give them a chance, to give them just some hope to get back on the server. Navi was non-existent. If you have several weeks of boot camp coming into this tournament, this is your #1 goal and you just showed that as a result, you're going to be insanely disappointed.
The only thing showing up for Navi today were the fans. Like, they could be proud of their performance.
The spray he gave from there was crazy.
Frankly, there was nothing to be
by Art.
happy about. Frankly, there was nothing to support right there. Navi, a complete no-show.
I mean, respect to the fans as well, right? Continuing to cheer their hearts out despite the brutal showing on the server. But yeah, not giving much to root for today. I want to get more into the Navi diagnosis, but before we do, let's spend some time on Legacy, right?
Yes,
because
for sure.
now this is a Legacy team we're starting to feel quite bullish on. They lifted a trophy last season. They're starting to look very dangerous. They're looking damaging. And now I'm asking you, is this a title contender?
Not yet, I'd say. You know, if anything, I very much like where Legacy's heading right now. They also updated their roster and strengthened their roster a little bit by bringing in Try. I think that was an upgrade. I think that's going to pay dividends over time. May even argue it's already paying dividends right now, you know, by beating Navi. But unfortunately for them, Nathan, they're in that lower side of the bracket where you're looking at your Falcons, your Vitality, your Spirit. I think Legacy beating Navi, it makes them a dangerous team. It makes them a team you should definitely fear and be respectful of, but it's very tough for me to see how they're going to progress any further, let alone into a grand final and winning it.
Well, let's simplify it. What do you like about what they're doing now?
A lot of things, to be honest. They've been under the radar, I think, for a lot of teams. They're top 10 in the world, consider that. Not a lot of people are really talking about them, which is a bit of a surprising part. They were playing very good. They're winning tournaments, especially in China. They've been famous for winning tournaments there. And now they're showing that even against stacked teams, against stacked brackets, they can go further. They can actually win those games, and especially very convincingly. So, yeah, they have a bright future for sure.
There is a lot to like indeed, and the man who has shepherded in this future, he's on the stage with Stunna. It's Art.
Well, a devastating performance out here, and I do believe congratulations is in order. Art, tell me about this game, man. You guys ran the board here for a little bit. You just eliminated Navi. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels amazing. Navi is always a struggle. It's a very strong team, so we came in prepared, and we know it's going to be close matches, but some rounds went to our favor.
Yeah, I mean, even as far back as the first map, it was pretty much a Navi non-starter. Did you expect more out of them?
Yeah, I guess the second half was more like Navi. They had a strong team. You can never count them out. And today, I guess, my teammates are very on point. So it makes it easier for us.
Tell me about this team going through EWC and some of the stuff you guys are going through, some of the motions and the learning part of this EWC experience.
Yeah, we practice a lot. Every time it's hard to practice this much. A lot of nerves, a lot of stress. But I think what matters for us is playing the tournament, playing the live game. So everything comes down to it, and I think everybody was ready today.
And I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people standing right here just ready to hear what you've got to say. So you might as well talk to them, Art. Say something to them.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of Navi fans, but also some Legacy fans, some Brazilian people. So I just want to say thank you. Valeu, rapaziada, pela torcida. Tamo junto e vamos embora pro próximo.
And obrigado, my friend.
Obrigado.
Obrigado indeed coming through. Man, what a showing.
Look at the stat,
I
guys.
He
seems gone crazy.
You know, and I want to give a bit of credit
23 on 6 with 7 assists.
Well, and put it into a historical context as well.
That's
he was
crazy.
In Furia, Nathan, for a long time as the in-game leader. A team that never really worked out, a team that never really won the trophies they were supposed to, a team where I think Art was a big part of the problem, you know, him being very stubborn around the way he was calling, around the way that he was approaching Counter-Strike, always a little bit gimmicky, never really consistent, and never got the most out of that lineup. He then fell off the radar, dare say it, in Brazilian Counter-Strike.
I didn't think Navi could end up this bad.
Himself, you know, that he had to change his approach, and he's come out as a much more renewed and better version as an in-game leader. More mature, more balanced, I think. He still has a bit of that gimmicky side to him, but he's also playing structured Counter-Strike now where they can do a bit of both. He's playing with guys like Dumao, guys like Lado, where he's really getting the most out of them. So, if anything, you know, I've been very critical of Art for a long time, and I think a lot of people were the same, and I think that was justified to a high degree. Nowadays, I also think we should tip the hat. Now that he's doing well, now that he's figured it out, now that he's becoming a better and more balanced in-game leader, I think he's a big part of the reason why
why Legacy as of late have been as enjoyable to watch.
He definitely feels like a different player, even, because the way he's setting up his teammate, the way he's not going for those all-or-nothing plays, where it was just sometimes a little bit too much, a little bit too crazy. Now it fits much more into the meta. Now he's able to like see players around him that are very successful in setting them up properly. You can see this game, Nissim, 150 ADR. This is an insane performance, especially against a team like NAVI, right? It's like you just want those players to do that day in and day out. And when you have an IGL that recognizes that can change his own, how he's approaching the game, to do that and set up teammates for success to such a degree, it really shows that deeply he's a new player, a renewed man.
And I think we need to zoom out, right, to look at the Nissim picture to say it's even more impressive from a man management leadership perspective. This is a guy who benched himself last season off of the team because he didn't like the way he was used. He had a crisis of confidence.
Okay, guys.
Step away from the roster. Sits on that
we'll
bench
meet
for a little bit while they look for
tomorrow.
A new player. Legacy have active negotiations that we know about.
We'll meet in the next stream.
Come to a conclusion there, and Nissim decides, you know,
bye bye,
what,
guys.
I want to give this another
Take
crack.
care, all.
They integrate him back in.